you got 4, 5, 6. You got almost 7 picks for him, dude. That's insane. 7 picks? He's not worth 7 picks, bro.
They went crazy with the picks. They went crazy.
Dude, you know what? The only thing I need to get over on this is the Knicks. But 7 picks is a lot for
him. They went crazy on the Knicks, man. This is crazy. I can't believe this. I need the full trade. I need the full.
Please tell me why Cam Thomas and Jalen Green are not the Nets backcourt right now. I think that's like. Okay, I just saw Pooch. This is my opinion. Is a haul for the Nets. Mikal Bridges got them 400. Yeah, exactly. He's putting 6, so he's not even counting the second round.
I don't know, but the Knicks though. I just. Get out live stream right now, bro. Get out live stream, bro. This is unbelievable.
Are you on already?
Yeah, I'm live right now. You just get on live stream. I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Dude, of all people though. I mean, I don't feel a lot of people offered, but I think it didn't matter who it was. I think he just wants fucking.
We got to overhaul the picks. That's my first reaction. Okay, that's good, but it's like it's the Knicks. Like that's just like that's like you can't do that. You can't do that, bro. It's the Knicks. You can't do that. Like I'd rather trade him to Houston for our picks. Like this is crazy.
Oh, wait a minute. Bridges informed the Nets that he wanted to be a Knick.
Yeah. I told people this. I told everybody this. I told everybody he wanted to be a Knick, and nobody believed me. I was like, yo.
Yeah, we're done with him.
I told you, bro.
But other people are saying, foreign protected plus more? Damn, didn't expect that.
Bro.
But dude, isn't this Shawn Marks' normal MO, though? Send guys where they want to go.
I can't believe he requested to go, and then, like, I wasn't expecting him to do that. I was thinking he was going to wait till 2026 to do it. I thought he was going to wait till 2026 to go to the Knicks, but I knew he was going to go to the Knicks.
Another deal. Brooklyn has a deal with Houston. Return Nets 2026 first-round pick for a 2027 Phoenix first-round pick. Rockets also acquired 25 rights swap to Houston OKC. First for what? So the Nets just traded back for their 26 pick, the 2026 pick.
Oh, they gave up some Knicks picks?
No. Okay, so they're saying the Nets got back the 26 first-round pick for a 27 Phoenix first-round pick. Rockets also acquired 25 right swap to Houston OKC and then they turned around and did something with OKC for. Oh wow.
Yeah, we're blowing it up. Yo, everybody on live, hit that like button. This is crazy. Shawn Marks is blowing it up. He is blowing up the Nets. We're trying to get capital right now. This is unbelievable. To the Knicks. To the Knicks. To the Knicks. To the Knicks, y'all. To the Knicks. Oh my God. Shawn Marks traded. Yeah. Shawn Marks just traded Mikal Bridges to the Knicks for an insane amount of picks. Oh man, the details are coming out. This details, I can't even type this out, y'all. I can't believe this is happening right now. All right, so we just got. Let's see. It looks like he's trying to get picks back from Houston. He's trying to get our picks back from Houston by giving up Suns picks. This is what's going on right now. Let me double see if we got the 25. Yeah, big blow up, y'all. This is unbelievable. I can't even believe what's going on, bro. This is unbelievable. Mikal Bridges he's gone. He requested to go to the Knicks. I knew he wanted to go to the Knicks, but it looks like he was fed up and he wants to go to the Knicks. So the Knicks just overpaid. I feel like the Knicks overpaid, but it's they really wanted him bad at likewise. So it's like it's crazy right now, y'all. Yeah, shout out to Joe. He said big blow up. John said I'm kind of hurt. Claxton, yeah. Sixers want him to kill badly. Yeah, it's going crazy right now, y'all. I can't even like. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, hold on. Let me plug my mic in. My mic's not even plugged in, y'all. That's how crazy it is. My mic is not even plugged in. Hold on. Yeah, let me fix my mic. Oh, yo. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy, y'all. Yo. All right. I'm going to start bringing up people up here. Hold on, y'all. This is crazy. Yeah, Mikal Bridges is a Knick. Knicks. All right. So the Knicks sent 4 unprotected picks 25, 27, 29, 31. A 2025 protected Milwaukee first, and a 2028 unprotected pick spot, and a 2025 second round pick for Mikal. So bunch of picks we're getting back from the Knicks. And it looks like whoa, what's going on right now? This is crazy. So I'm seeing Houston wants to trade for KD. And all right, so I'm reading this word for word, y'all. The implication of the Rockets landing the Suns picks, Houston wants to trade for KD, and that becomes far easier if they can return the Suns picks that they gave up in the Durant deal to the Nets. Suns have said they're keeping Durant for now, but that could change next season. But now Houston has the picks to make the Suns whole again. Wow. KD is trying to. Wow. Wow, y'all. Houston tried to go for KD. Houston tried to go for KD. That's what was just broke the news. Houston tried to go for KD. Wow. So it looks like the Suns and KD is kind of shaky right now. Suns and KD is shaky right now. Oh yeah, where is everybody, y'all? Yo, get on live, yo. Yeah, I know, Joe. Yo, let me see if I can call Rage. I don't know where Rage is at right now. This is crazy. The night before the draft, this is unbelievable. Yeah, so somebody said Knicks overpaid for Mikal. You had to make that trade. KD didn't really fit with the Suns. Houston wants KD right now, y'all. Yeah. Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. This is unbelievable right now, y'all. All right, so the Nets right now, right? We got 5 first-round picks in the swap for Bridges, and regaining control of their 2025 and 2026 first-round picks. Oh yeah, okay. So get on here saying, yeah, bro, this is crazy. I can't believe what's going on right now. What are you guys rating Shawn in the chat? What are you guys rating Shawn Marks' trades right now? What are y'all grading his trades? Like drop a 1 through 5 rating of Shawn Marks' trading right now, of how he blew up the Nets so far. Because I know it's not done. You know, it's not done, but we're waiting for more news. Yeah, it's getting. I'm trying to get. Yeah, I see a bunch of 4s, 5s, 2s, 5 out of 5. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what Shawn is. I mean, the picks. He got picks. He got picks. He got picks. He did his thing with the picks, but I don't know. We just got the Knicks thing. I don't know if I could. It's tough. Like we just traded that boy to the Knicks. Like I don't want. As a Nets fan, you just don't want the Knicks to succeed. You know what I'm saying? It's like trading with. It's like Boston Red Sox trading with the Yankees. Legit. Hold on, no. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a no-no. It's like you don't do that. It's like breaking I don't know. There has to be a written code for that. It's like breaking a written code to do that, bro. You can't. I know he got the picks with the Knicks, bro. Wow. Hey, let me know in the chat. We're gonna get some reactions. Stay with us, y'all. Hold on. I didn't even make a thumbnail yet. We're gonna deep dive into these picks because we can't get everything out right now. Let me see if Cypher's on here. Yeah, Cypher just hit me. Cypher, get on. Yo, Cypher, are you in here? Cypher, if you're in here, get on stream. Get on stream right now, Cypher. Get on stream, Cypher. Yeah, this is crazy, y'all. I can't even believe it right now. Shout out to Holy King was good. Peoples Hernandez, OG is gone. Yeah, OG's probably not. Yeah, OG's gone. They're not. They're not. They probably not. OG might go to the Philly. He might go to the Sixers. I think OG's gonna go to the Sixers. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, get on here, Syph. Give me a sec, Syph. My phone's like blowing up right now. I got too many notifications right now. This is crazy, bro. Yo, what? Yo, Shawn Marks is blowing it up. We didn't think he was gonna do it. We didn't think he was gonna do it. We put out the videos. We put out the content. Um, he's blowing it up. He's actually. I mean, he's making a move at least. I mean, he's making a move. We might not like the move, but I mean, we might disagree with some of with who the team he sent to the Mikal Bridges to, but it's like he made yeah to the Knicks, yeah, y'all. Yeah. All right, Mike. Yeah, I might have to send me a DM me on Instagram if you're trying to come up on here, y'all. Yeah. This is crazy. This is unbelievable. Mikal Bridges is a Knick. He's a Knick. Like playoffs. Like if we even make it to the playoffs, because we might be trash, but then he might turn up on us. He might turn up on us. Like he's gonna like, you know, even like during the regular season, they're gonna go crazy on us. They're gonna wild out. Um 4 first rounds of picks, pick swap, 2025, 2026, next picks back, and Boyan. All right, yeah, okay. He's rebuilding. Yeah. It just stings as it's the Knicks. Oh, here you are, Saint.
What up? What up?
Yo.
I gotta turn you up somehow. Some reason I can't hear you that well.
Yeah, hold on. Bro.
Must switch over to my headphones, but holy cow. I don't even know what to say right now.
That's what
I'm like,
bro, I don't know what
I'm
to say
utterly
either. I'm like lost.
in shock.
Yeah, I'm lost, bro. It's crazy. Like we really are rebuilding. So I guess we're getting the 2025 pick. So Cooper Flag, we have a chance to get Cooper Flag. We might have a chance to get Cooper Flag.
2025 are we getting? Because right now I'm like, I'm waiting for somebody to compile because it's a little confusing right now about the full breakdown. And I'm looking, okay, here, Netscast put it. Okay, so this is what the trade went through. It said Brooklyn Nets traded Mikal Bridges 2025. They traded Mikal Bridges, the 2025 first round pick to which was the Suns, and the 2027 first round. Most favorable 2029 first round pick of the Maverick or the Suns for 4 first round picks from the Knicks, pick swap 25 and 26 Nets picks back.
Yeah, but how did he get the Nets picks back? What did he get?
Okay, there was something. I'm waiting for the other part. Somebody's going to give a better breakdown, but it appears that a other deal was made with the Rockets because I remember when I said right before you're like get on. I read another tweet by Woj that showed a deal between the Rockets, and it was about pick. In other words, I think we're using like okay, here we go. Oh, okay. So it looks like they're swap into 2022 users.
You
Oh,
know
okay.
what's
So
crazy?
they basically are using the Suns' older picks. They're basically getting their shit back. And I still don't know how that's happening without like what are we're really
That's what I
just
said.
giving them.
I know that we got the picks from Houston back, but I was like,
Yeah.
how did he do it? I mean, Sean did a great job getting the picks back. Like, we got a hype. Like, that's
Yeah,
a
I
good
feel
move.
like there's
He did
something
work.
missing here.
Yeah,
Right.
but I was just trying to figure out. Yeah, how did he get the picks back?
I mean, dude, the fact that he picked a lane,
Mhm.
and I'm still like, get over the fact that it's to the Knicks, but the amount of picks, like, my first impression is that he cooked. Like, I'm
Yeah,
shocked.
yeah. Shawn Marks might have cooked for that rebuild. I'm not gonna lie, he might have cooked.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
Yeah.
listen, he has not been cooking for a while, but the fact that I mean, what? This is the thing. Shawn Marks trades people to wherever they want to go. Like that's without a shadow of a doubt, right? Like that does
Well, let me
not
get.
change. Like he does that. He's done that regularly. He's said it in things. So am I shocked that he sent him to the Knicks where he wants to go? No. But on the flip side, what he got back for him, like that's better than what we got for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he did. He got. That's crazy that they.
Like, I'm
The
sorry,
Knicks.
I have to
I would
eat.
say the
Yeah.
Knicks were desperate. The Knicks were desperate for that because they went crazy. Like that was OD. They went crazy with the picks.
Yeah, I am
Yeah.
like I
Mikhail's not that.
honestly,
I'm sorry, Knicks. Mikhail is gonna be great for y'all, but he's not worth that much. He's not,
well, I mean, but dude,
he's not worth
yeah,
that much.
no, but
He's not.
for
He's
them,
not. I'm
he's
sorry.
going to
He's
be
not.
absolutely perfect because all the pressure is off him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
He's not worth
I'm
that
still
much.
absorbing this. I just
Who's in here? Oh, Sipes in here. Okay.
What up, Syke? What up, Syke?
Yo, come react, y'all, because this is crazy. Hit that like button for us. Keep hitting that like button so people can see the stream. This is insane. Shawn Marks is blowing up the Nets. He's blowing it up. We're rebuilding. We're going all in the day before the draft. This is the best NBA draft eve, right? Is this the draft eve that we wanted, or is this like?
This is insane.
Like, hey, real quick, AJ.
Yeah.
AJ, before you go on, make sure you put all the names up and all that stuff. It's not up.
Oh yeah, I gotta find. If you'll put you can share your screen, bro. And just see if you can get the full trade details for. Like,
yeah, I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah,
I could break it down for y'all. I just got to get this together.
Yeah. If you want to do, I don't care. Yeah, whoever. I'm just trying to, because the part like Cypher, do you understand? Because the part we're having trouble figuring out is they basically just used the Phoenix picks and Rockets just gave us back our 25-26.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Like we get more. Okay, so did you see the Woj thing?
Okay, so I saw two separate. I saw that we traded to the Knicks, and then I saw the second Woj one, but it still was kind of a little.
Okay, so Woj had a report right after a tweet saying the reason why the Rockets did it is because they want Kevin Durant, and they think they'll get Kevin Durant if they offer the Suns their picks back.
Okay, so Saint. So let's.
No
I'm gonna break
way.
it down. Saint, I'm gonna break it down for you. So the first trade, we traded Mikal Bridges to the Knicks. I'll get on that later. But
I understand that. I get
we got
that.
back Bogey, a 2025 unprotected, 2027 unprotected, 2029 unprotected, and a 2031 unprotected, as well as a 2025 protected from Milwaukee and a 2028 unprotected pick swap and a 25 second pick, as well as long as a 2026 second round pick as well. And then further, Woj hits the bomb. We dealt all our Suns picks for essentially our own picks back from the Harden deal. Essentially, that's what I'm getting.
I get that, but I
all our Suns picks are gone.
So the Suns picks are gone. We pretty much just said, give us our original picks back. You take the Suns picks.
But did we get all our picks back?
No, we did. I don't think we got all our back.
So
but we got the
25. I know 25, 26 is the most important.
Yeah.
I don't care about the other ones, but 25, 26.
Oh, AJ, I don't think it's that. We have 2025 picks, first round and second round.
Yeah. Okay. What about 26? What about 26 and 27? Do we have those?
We have 25.
We have 26, right?
But there's no mention of 27.
Yeah, not to mention the 27.
All right. So at least we got 25,
29.
26. That's the best. That's the best
I mean,
case
yeah.
scenario.
I mean, let's
29 is a
be
swap.
honest. What's
we can
that?
get Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag is gonna be Nets Cooper
Yo.
Flag, bro, or Ace Bailey, one of the two.
Bro, we can tank in peace.
Or
Yeah, we
Dylan
can
Harper.
tank in peace.
We can
take in peace.
suck just in
We can
peace.
take in peace. We did it,
You know?
yo. We can take in peace. I'm just so shocked that it was the Knicks and it happened like this, but like this is a good journey for us. This is a new journey for us that we needed. We needed this.
Thing that
We
shocked
needed
me
this.
the most. Like the whole Knicks. Okay, we
Yeah.
saw the Knicks thing first. You saw my response. I was so angry because I thought he just prioritized what Bridges wanted and went to the Knicks and completely ignored Houston. But no, he just did both. Now I still question whether or not we were able to just give Bridges to Houston, get our picks back, and then get the Suns picks back. I still question if that was a possibility. I'm not sure, but I'm not gonna like overanalyze it now until we get more information. All that matters is we got basically most of our picks back. There's some weird swap stuff in there with 2029,
Well,
but
let's talk about Cypher real
well
quick.
as some extra picks.
What is it? Bogdan Bogdanovic, whatever the fuck his name is.
Bogey.
What's his? Okay, let's look at him real quick. He's 31.
he's expiring. I think. He's enough.
Yeah. So I think. Well, to be fair, the only I'm okay. So now we know that they have been having conversations, and I'm pretty sure that they've had conversations about Mikal Bridges, right?
Yeah.
I think we can all say that that's a guarantee by now. The question probably for me though would be why they went with this, oppose them, but still being able to make a deal is probably because Houston wanted them to take back money. And I don't think the Nets are interested in anything other than an expiring contract or something that because you don't think they're going to try to, I mean, I'd be shocked if this guy's still here when the season starts, but I don't know what's he making. That's the other question.
Bro, I am like, yo.
You know what's crazy? When I first saw the first notification, I thought it was a troll account.
You thought it was, bro?
I thought it was a troll account.
I gotta call Rage. I can't believe Rage is where is Rage right now, bro?
Wait a minute here.
Bogdanovich is making 19
Oh
million.
no. He don't hit. Oh no. So okay, correction. He is not an expiring. He is making 17 this coming up season, and 25-26 he's making 16, and then 26-27.
Wait,
there's a club up. Are we looking at the same guy?
There's another guy with a similar name from the Hawks.
Yeah. Give me the correct spelling because I'm like looking at this shit and I'm like, what the fuck?
Bojan. That guy is making 19 million next year, and that's it. It's done.
What's the same last name though, right?
I think so. It's like a weird last name. Bogdanovic. Just go to Basketball Reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can tank in peace though. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack from.
Do we get any picks in this draft?
Yeah, you're all right. Good. He's a 19 million hit. So,
how many picks do we have in this draft?
None.
Do we have any picks, or we still don't have any picks in 2020?
As of right now, I haven't seen a report of us picking any. But I mean, but that's the other thing. That's another 19 mil right off. That's also Ben Simmons. Add that to Ben Simmons's. I'll bet you they had conversations about Mikal in Houston.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure what they were expected to take back. I'll bet you. I wouldn't be surprised if more report comes out on conversations with Houston.
I really am curious to hear what those reports were because I really did want Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, I it's hard because like I literally AJ got my first reaction when this trade went in. I was like, I was like, what? And that like first thought was like, are you kidding me? Trading to the Knicks, and then I just quickly started looking about what
started getting out.
Yeah, I started looking at what as the same time as I'm like confused. I see what we're getting back, and I'm just like, I don't care that he's going to the Knicks. It's like, because I said it, like I stuck up for that dude all fucking season because of the shit ass system, the shit ass coaching, like the whole system was fucking. I stuck up for that dude. But that last game we played against the Knicks, and you saw how contentious it was with like Cam and other people, and it was like, and the rest of the team was like, and then as soon as it ends, you literally walk over to them and put your head in his chest, like.
Yeah. This
Like,
low key like very
that
like
right there,
Yeah.
right there was kind of like what?
Like this was low key like when KD went to the Warriors, kind of, because it's like he kind of like switched sides on us. Like he was just like it was very
I
slimy
don't
what he
know.
did. It was like
This
slimy-ish.
one, yeah, but KD didn't go over to the opposing team and put his head in their chest.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like I don't
It'd be
Yeah.
like
Cool.
AJ. It'd be like if you and I did an interview with Nets Daily, and then right at the end, I'm chest bumping Nets Daily and high fiving him and be like, "I'll see you
Yes,
guys
like-
later."
Yeah,
I'll go hang out
exactly.
with Bob.
Speaking of Nets Daily, he just criticized the organization for doing this trade.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, he did.
Here's the tweet. He said, in a 2-year period, the Nets have gone from odds-on favorite to win it all to a franchise with a short-term future that looks exceedingly bleak. Mikal Bridges joins Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden in asking out of Brooklyn a management disaster.
I mean, that could be true, but in the same time, context matters. It's true. Like I don't want to say, but he's just talking a bunch of bullshit, but it's true. But you also have to understand, going in the direction of potentially getting a Donovan Mitchell to pair with Mikal Bridges, that wasn't gonna get you anywhere. Like I don't know how mind you, we tried our best to try and make it sound good. It could happen, we could, but no, it wasn't gonna go anywhere.
And Chubbs, and what has Nets Daily been doing for the last since we got Mikal? He's been the pom-pom saying this is going to be great. This is going to be great. Trust the process. Trust the process. So what did they just do? He's been arguing with everybody all season, saying they're not going to trade him, and there's no this. He just said it like a day ago. Like you saw him when he said to Jay from BK, he's like, and then you turn around. This is kind of hilarious.
You have to look at it like this, and quite literally, one day, I want to know what the build up to this was, but in quite literally 15 minutes of the information we've gotten, we've got our picks back, we've got an extra additional picks, and now we actually have a war chest compared to holding on to those 2 picks from the Suns for dear life. Yeah. And I believe we still have the Philly picks.
Philly, we have that
Philly picks. So you quite literally just in 2 moves giving yourself a real war chest to tank. And for the first time, you don't have to look for the diamonds in the rough. You don't have to do these trades of who do we trade for? We don't have to do a Devin Musa for Bruce Brown. We don't have to do that anymore. You can just tank, be ass in peace, and get quality talent in these coming years draft.
We got to build through the draft. It's time to build through the draft. I mean, we got Cam.
I wonder. Question for you guys, and I wonder because we did talk about this when we got Jordy, and we did have this conversation on some level where it was like, how's this going to look? Like he's coming in like this development guy. Like, is he going to have a word in things? Like, it just like I can't imagine you're going to put that type of guy because. I already just know that this guy's going to be a better coach than the last couple ones we had. I just like, even if he is first-time NBA coach, I don't care. Like, I can already tell dude is locked in. And we've had extensive conversation with Kings fans too. And they said a lot of things about him that I think we're going to be happy. But I wonder how much his attitude and things that he had to say impacted this because they have been on a Mikal is our guy. And then as soon as Jordy gets here, things start changing. And you start seeing this push towards younger players. And then I'm sure Mikal saying he wants to go over there. But see,
Look, as far as Mikal, as a person, he's probably the coolest dude to hang out with. But in terms of basketball, he's a bitch. Like, there's no way you can fan it out. It was a bitch move what he did. So, I want to go to the Knicks after having the season you had. And every time you played the Knicks, you were so giddy to just walk over and talk to them, even though you're on the other side. So I don't really care. Somehow we got more picks for you than we did KD. That in itself is like, how? And we got the picks that actually matter. We got those back. So, look, Knicks can talk their shit, but...
So, I mean, in the chat, you guys, is everybody generally happy with this trade right now? Going around, just first reactions. I'm I'm actually unless something else comes out that drives me nuts, I'm
Yeah.
okay with. I'm 100% okay with this.
I don't know how you'd be mad at this.
Yeah,
I don't know how you can be
chat, I
mad.
mean the chat. What about the chat? Are you guys like? I know we haven't been communicating with you guys. My Holy King's like, nah. Dren's like, no.
I'm happy with the return we got, but I don't like it that it's the Knicks. That's the only part I don't like about
Yeah,
it.
that's the only
Yeah,
part
no,
I don't give a fuck about.
that's
I mean,
what's
yeah.
gonna sting. But
Yeah, I'm happy to return. Like the picks, we got our picks back. We have a chance to get Cooper.
I mean, listen, I'm a
you
Shawn
know,
Marks hater. Somebody just said that in the chat. We're like, listen, I've been a Shawn Marks hater. I have not been a fan, but I'm also
Yeah.
been one
Oh,
person that
but
if
sorry.
you cook up, I'm gonna be like, hey, like as of right now, I'm liking this trade. I'm at a point where I don't really give a shit that it is to the Knicks. I think what was the other article? There was another thing that I don't know if it's true, but I saw like who is it from? One of the guys you talk to a lot, AJ, tweeted out that he basically told the Nets he wants to get traded
it
to
was
the Nets.
Ian Bagley.
Oh, Ian Begley.
Ian
Ian
Begley,
Begley.
I saw that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if that
I should get Ian on
conversation is true,
Right.
and that happened, and you're telling me turn around, Marks turned it into this.
Yeah.
I can't be mad
Saint.
at
I was just so AJ saw my first reaction because
that. Yeah, what was it?
so I tweeted, I responded to AJ's post and I was like, oh, this is awful. What about Houston? Did he get bullied by Bridges? Oh, worst GM ever. He got fleeced. And then I saw the Houston stuff and I was like, hold on a sec. Did he cook? And then I kept seeing more and more information. And I saw the Bridges. Yeah, Bridges requested a trade and he was ready to use his leverage to get to the Knicks and prevent other teams from wanting him.
And
so, in my opinion, he cooked. Shawn Marks cooked. I think he's terrible, but today he just saved his job.
Yeah, he did his job. He did his job.
You can't deny. And Cypher, you know what's crazy? I looked at that Rockets news. I was like, is it all of our picks back, or is it like one and we like give owners? Was it something like rinky dink? I didn't think Marks would be able to just say, you know what, give us all our picks back. So there's no way you really can't. There's no way you can really be mad at this trade unless you're mad from having your stars to now rebuilding.
Yeah,
that's the only way I see you mad. But
you know who just hit me up? Remember Jay Will that used to be around a lot.
Yeah.
And then when Katie went, if he just sees he's like, you like this trade?
I like it. Like I said, I like it, but it's just the Knicks. The only part that's hurtful is the Knicks. Like the Knicks is just like, ew.
Yeah,
like,
but you know what, AJ? I mean, dude.
But like, Mikal is the number one op in New York, though. He can't. Dude, like, how can he do something like that? That's such a nasty move.
We all missed it.
Yeah, I knew he wanted to do that. Like, I've been on him. Like, I told y'all, like, from the jump, and people were getting on me early about it. Like, I was like, this guy does not want to be here. He wants to play for the Knicks. Like, and then there's people on Twitter saying, "Oh, we should build around Mikal. He's this and that." Like, giving him these excuses and outs and stuff. Like, he never wanted to be here, y'all. Like, he's the number one op for real.
Well, AJ, look at this. This makes it 10 times harder to bring back OG. Mm-hmm. I think this pretty much takes him out of re-signing.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, and
they got to trade Randall as well. Like this, they can still be a good team, but a lot of the moves they can make to continue to be good down the line, like Hartenstein, like OG, they're gonna lose those guys. They're definitely gonna lose those guys.
Yeah. OG's gonna be. I think OG's a Philly. He's gonna be in Philly. I think that's where he's gonna go. He's gonna.
Let me ask you this: is with the Knicks, because you make this move for Mikal. He is very, like, again, say what we want about him. He's going to be good. I think he's going to be just good. He's going to be great for them. All the pressure's off him. He has a very reasonable contract at the moment.
Right. He does.
Best contract depending on whether they're done making moves, because don't count out that they still make moves and think OG is like, no, we can't let OG go, because OG makes their deep, like, I watched enough Knicks games last season enough to know that he does help them quite a bit.
They were like 10-0 with him when they got him.
Yeah. So is he worth all the money he's trying to get? No. But maybe if they do make another move or two to shed whatever, maybe OG sees this and is willing to take a little bit of a cut.
I don't know. Like I think he wants his back. I think he genuinely wants his back. And even then, you still got to trade Julius Randle to even make the possibility. And even then, is it even worth it for real?
They also got no picks to make other moves now.
Yeah, no, they emptied the picks. They
Yeah,
emptied the
they
chest.
emptied
So,
the
but AJ,
clip for Mikal.
I got a
Yeah.
question. I got something to bring up to you that I don't know that you're gonna like.
What?
Now that they've officially picked a lane, and the selling of the parts is beginning, because I do not think they're done. Now that the fact that they've singled that Mikal is gone, I can't imagine DFS is still like.
Yep.
There's more to come. Hopefully I'm hopefully I'm right.
I'm
But
saying
to me,
100%.
100% we're not done here. But the question I have for you, AJ, is where does this put fucking Nick Claxton? Does this make this easier to sign him because he's younger, or are they looking at him as somebody like, you know what? Since we're tanking,
Yeah.
go about your. We're gonna sign and trade you somewhere. Are you down with that?
Mhm. Anyhow, we sign and trade
How
Listen
are
to
Claxton.
you
Rage on
feeling?
Listen to Rage on the phone. Listen.
He's yelling.
He's yelling. Oh my god.
Yo, Rage, son.
Bro, I don't think, bro. I think it's because it's so late and we're kind of tired. We don't understand. We are not grasping the situation. What just happened?
Yo, Rage.
See, somebody, yeah, like
We should all be screaming like rage, but I guess because it's so late, we're still trying to
Yo.
process it.
Yo, Rage. Get on. Can you get on stream right now, bro? Yo. This is why you call him Rage.
This whole situation is still crazy, but let's go through every single thing that we learned in the last hour. Okay, so Bridges requested a trade. He requested a trade. Golden Boy Mikal. Over to the Knicks. We get all these picks. We get our picks back from Houston. We give them the Suns picks. And by the way, apparently, we went through this real quick.
Where are you right now?
Houston is trying to get Kevin Durant, which is also another crazy thing.
I think we need to talk about that. How y'all feel about KD on the Rockets?
That's doing pretty good. It's a good team.
I don't think it's gonna happen. It's just I don't know.
A
desperation, last minute desperation.
It could happen.
Yeah. It could happen.
But I don't think it's happening this season. It's not going to happen this year.
It might. I mean,
I'll make a bet that it won't because two reasons. If Katie just up and leaves and goes to the Rocket right now, bro, really? I think they're going to run it back another year.
He slid his bet and he made it, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't care.
I think they're going to run it back another year personally, but
at the trade deadline, like if he forces their hand, which he did with us, they'll have no choice.
I do think Jordy, because somebody Jay Will sent that hit. I sent him my opinion, but he said, "Yeah, I'm still thinking of Jordy." It's like I'm just shocked you guys didn't get a young player or somebody under 25.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
The only thing,
or Ace Bailey.
But the only thing the reason why I'm thinking against that is why they just didn't want to take anybody back that wasn't an expiring. I just don't they're really trying to dump that money, have fun in 25, 26. I honestly think they're looking once they pulled this trigger, they're looking to be precise with what they want. I really think they're between Jordy, I really think they're in that bag right now, and they're going to be, instead of taking somebody else's project, they want guys that they've been working with or guys that they can.
Yo, listen to Rage right now about the Rage. What are you saying about Mikal, bro?
Talk your shit, Rage.
So this dude Mikal Bridges, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have we put all our fucking faith into this guy. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say that was smart of us to do that, but this dude just gave up. This dude gave up. Superstar gave up.
Yeah.
The whole season. I'm not saying it was his fault, but you can't say, "Oh yeah, I'm playing 82 games," and just be like, "Oh yeah, that's what that." No one cares. It's not doing nothing, bro. People actually wanted to keep
Yeah.
When you have that offer on the table, you don't pass up. What the fuck we did not pass that up. We said thank you.
All right.
I don't even know what he's saying, dude. I don't even know what he's saying, but it's just the energy is hilarious.
Yeah, bro.
We were watching in front of our eyes the biggest downfall in the history of sports. We were just the most unlucky franchise in the fucking league. It wasn't close. Who loses Katie, Kyrie, and James Harden in less than 2 years? Nobody.
Yeah,
No
this is
one
great
does that.
entertainment.
We're back. We can finally enjoy and chill. Finally.
Yeah, the rebuild is upon us.
When the East and the West is like when but it's not messing with the Celtics. Donovan Mitchell's not beating the Celtics.
Yeah, that's fair. He's cooking right now. Yo,
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Sean probably saw that.
Rage is gonna rage. Keep talking though. I'll be back. I'm gonna be on mute.
I mean, listen. Well, okay. Now we get to have fun. I like that for guys like you, Cypher. This is awesome, and I like this is where you're gonna shine. The fact that we get to really pick and choose, and the fact that they're finally valuing their young guys the way and then see this is the difference too. Remember when we used to argue and say how we would watch all these other teams literally having rookies, they're playing in the fucking playoffs, the finals, like all like just handled a different way, but we've had to deal with guys that just didn't know what to do with our young guys. Every chance they got, they talked down on them. That's not happening anymore. Because I'm taking a guess here, but again, with Jordy, that's not the vibe I get. Like, if you watch how the Kings played and who they put in their lineup, and that, like, they valued everybody had a value. And I think that you're going to see that a lot more now, and it's going to be nice to watch them. If Jordy is what I think he's going to be, it's going to be fun to watch them pick the right type, hopefully the right type of player, and then finally now we don't have to worry about arguing about players getting the development they need or the time. Like
Absolutely.
there's that like all those excuses are gone. Like there's nobody like. Yeah, like you don't have this expectation of fucking Mikal Bridges bringing us into the future, which we all knew was not going to happen. You put it back on development. You put it back on building this culture. It finally, their words match their actions.
Hey, Saint, real quick, I want to give you the pick rundown. Bobby Marks put it up.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so here is what.
No. Better yet, can you send it to me so I can put it up and you can talk about it?
Oh yeah, sure.
Let's do that for the chat too, because that's the other. Want the chat to see it, and then
okay,
and then you just explain it. Where did you send it, by the way? Okay, cool.
Twitter.
Here, let me pull it up.
Oh, but we got another Wogs thing where it's like they might want Devin Booker, the Rockets.
They what?
My gosh, Devin, but how?
They have.
Dude, I'm not buying those right now just yet.
I'm calling bluffs on that.
Well, hold on, Saint. If I told you this 3 months ago that Mikal Bridges would get traded to the Knicks and we would somehow get our picks back, what would you say?
Well, somebody did bring it up a while ago, and at the time, it just no way. But I'll say this:
crazier things have happened.
To the Knicks, I would have never to the Knicks, but I wasn't fully out on the idea. Like, I knew in my mind, I always felt like it was going to come to a point where they would eventually move on from him. But I didn't think it was going to happen this season. I was starting to think that the Nets were really going to, like, Shawn Marks was going to push everything to fucking the middle of the season again. And that's where I thought you were going to see the blow up. That's what, honestly, like, because I haven't really been on talking. I haven't been posting anything. I haven't been sharing my thoughts. But, like, that's where I was thinking, like, Like, I could easily see this kind of, let's see what's out there. And if there's not the deals we want, let's wait till the trade deadline. So, but I would have never guessed he actually, I should have like Shawn has sent people where they want all the time. I just, the Knicks is the part I would have never.
I mean, imagine we traded Mikal and he didn't try to trade back with Houston. I think that the tone of this entire stream would be completely different.
100%.
Hey, can you put that up, Chubbs, or it's not letting me share the screen.
Hold on. You can send me out.
There's a space going on called "What is Going On in the NBA," and Scottie Pippen is listening in on it.
That's funny.
Like old man Scotty is like, "What the hell is happening?"
Yeah, so you can send it to me on.
Oh no, here I'll just I'll copy it to you and put it in the. I have to get hooked back up with it, so I can run shit. But again, too, here I put it in the end cage. I put it in the next cage.
Yeah, so they're asking Bobby Marks put out the first round. Y'all saw what Bobby Marks tweeted out?
Yeah, we're about to put it up, and Cypher's about to break
New York
it down.
Knicks unprotected, 2025 Milwaukee at 5 through 30. We got like Knicks 2025 to 2031. Basically, we have like a bunch of their picks, and then we got our own 2026, and then says the swap with Houston is eliminated, but there's no clarification
on what they
sent out to Houston.
Yeah, we were trying to put that up, and Cypher was going to break it down.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. You should be able to.
Yeah.
The exact. Well, okay. See, that goes back to our first like earlier when we got in here talking. The part that has me confused is that clarification on what was sent out to Houston is unclear.
Yeah.
And if it is those Phoenix pick, or if it's a player, that's going to be like, dude, what if all of a sudden we get
Saint, you there?
Yeah. I just somebody sent me a message. Train of thought. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Repeat that.
Yeah, players. Did we get a player back from Houston?
Oh, is Jay in here? I just got added Jay.
Oh, Jay. Oh, Jay's here.
Yeah.
I sent him the link. By the way,
yo, hit that like button if you're joining us right now. Hit that like button. We're trying to get it. We got to connect to Twitter too. We should connect to Twitter.
There's a chance that
see if you can connect it to stream to Twitter. Saint.
That 2027.
I have to
might be good.
Sorry to interrupt, Cypher. I would have to log out and re-log back in. I'd have to get your email, remember, and get the code again.
Oh,
we can do that after this show. We'll do it after this. So for tomorrow, it'll all be set up. We'll do it.
All right,
that's the only thing. But
go ahead.
I feel good, but
was it all the picks? I don't know about giving up all the Phoenix picks. That's a lot.
No, do we need clarification on what exactly went to Houston?
Yeah.
That's the part I'm a little confused.
6. All right, then they gave up like 7 picks though. That's wait, 6 or 7 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I
6,
think
7.
they gave up
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 picks.
And I think they
Mikal Bridges is not worth that. I'm sorry, Mikal Bridges is not worth that. He's not.
Oh yeah, he's not. He's
not worth 6.
Okay, now that Mikal is gone, and I don't have to worry about the wrath of fans that like him. Okay, I thought he was one of the most overrated players in the NBA. If I'm being honest,
he was so shit. Yeah. He was so fucking bad.
But we all knew what he was. He needed to be with like the third or fourth guy on that team to have no pressure, and then he is what. That's where his value is. If he really gets to be the third, fourth guy with zero pressure, he's fantastic.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's fair. Yeah, when he has no pressure, like I said, he's gonna be the third. He's gonna be that guy that that third wheel kind of guy, basically.
And if you're being honest, it fits his personality.
Yeah.
What was my joke about him? Like, if you ever had to have one of your friends go up to the cops, Mikal wouldn't be the guy.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't have the energy to like.
I still don't think they're better than the Boston Celtics, but hey, that's just me. They're
You
not
see
better
what
than
Mikal
Boston.
Bridges
Hey,
tweeted?
what up, Leaf? Why do we? Yeah, why do we give up? I need to know what's clear. I still need to know what we gave up to Houston. That doesn't seem to be clarified enough.
Yeah. We're trying to figure it out right now. What we gave up to Houston.
You know, I really hate how they just throw us little bits of information piece by piece.
I'm
I'm
saying
sure-
just give us the full details.
Yeah.
You wanna
They
just
know
have
it.
a second-
They're just trying to
Like I want to say we gave up our 2 sons for, I want to say, a majority of our fucking picks in the Harden trade. I that's what I would say, but like I hope it's not. We just give up the 2 and we only got like 2 of them back. I really don't hope it's not.
The early report is that we got rid of the 25 sons, 27 sons, and then the most favorable 2029 first round pick of either Suns or Mavericks. So we could potentially give up 3 of, from what it's reading is that we could give up 3 of the. Yeah, so that's where the deal, it's all pick deals. So they're basically getting 3 picks and we're getting 2 of ours back.
The Knicks really went crazy. Like they paid for Mikal, bro. That's crazy.
And you know what's crazy, AJ? They could have gone Paul George.
Yeah.
I feel like if they stayed that route, that
like we know OG is gone. OG is gone for the Knicks. He's not coming back. He's going to Philly. He's probably going to Max. Isaiah,
I'm not convinced on that yet.
Yeah,
I'm not convinced on OG being gone yet.
You think OG's going to come back? He can get paid now. Can he get paid?
Dude,
can he still get paid?
We just saw Mikal Bridges get traded to the Knicks. Anything is fucking possible.
I'll say this. I think
I'm just saying. I'm not.
iHeart is probably out of here, but I think OG is definitely. They still want to kind of sign OG.
I'm not convinced that OG's gone just yet. I'm not.
I'm saying Mikal at the 3, OG at the 4, and just get a decent 5. Jesus.
Yeah.
Because I mean, well, that's the thing. You got to tell me Hartenstein the way he's been playing. They've got Mitchell, they've got Randall. Like I'm not convinced they're even done yet.
I think Randall's gone though. Saying Randall's more likely gone than
who?
I think Randall's the one that gets.
Oh yeah, I'm not like
He's
I'm just.
gone.
But to me, I guess that to be fair, I'll say this: I could see OG, Randall, or Mitchell being gone. That would make way for one of these guys to stay, like, or even I can even see OG staying and other people leaving. They can sign him. I'm not convinced on their thing. I don't know yet. But then again, I don't really give a shit what they do. Who joined us, by the way? Is Jay up here? What up, Jay? I can't see names or anything.
Rage is here and
Yo.
Jay's here.
Hey, Rage.
And who else came?
Yeah, Rage, react, man.
What up, Rage?
All right, so I just got back home and I still don't know the full trade.
All right, I'll read it to you. So as of right now, we traded Mikal Bridges to the Knicks. We got back 4 first-round picks from the Knicks. We got a pick swap. And we got Bojan Bogdanovic from the Knicks, right?
Nasty, but okay.
But he's 19. He's 19 million expiring contract.
Okay, so that's good then.
That's good. Mm-hmm. However, with the Rockets, it appears that we gave them 25 and 27 Suns picks, and they will get the choice of the most favorable 29 first-round pick of the Mavericks or the Suns. And we got back our 25 and 26 Nets pick back.
That's fair. That's a fair trade. Sean cooked. He cooked.
He cooked.
Fair trade.
Yeah,
if that is exactly like I'm okay
because they're giving up 7, and then we gave up 2 for our 2 for their 2. So it was 2 for 2.
But we gave up 3. We essentially either gave up
2029 as a swap,
or
2029
2 Suns and a Mavs pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Ones.
Like 2.5. We gave him 2.5 picks.
We gave him 2.5. 2.5.
Yeah.
Oh, so, and Rage, if you didn't catch this, the Rockets are trying to go after KD.
The Rockets, I saw that.
Okay.
KD or Booker.
Well, so now that I've been able to relax for like a second and just chill. Well, I guess now we're finally doing what we finally waited for, right? Yeah, we are going to lose bad in the beginning, but this is what happens in a rebuild. Every team is going to do that. Like, it's just going to that's just how it has to be. But usually most teams who go into rebuilds aren't in there for that long. Obviously, there's teams you don't want to end up like, like the Pistons and the Hornets. But at the end of the day, most of this stuff succeeds and you at least become competitive. And the thing is, realistically, we were gonna be contending. I feel like we'd be contending the same time if we were to keep Mikal Bridges and stay put.
But that's that's the other side of this that I think is so laughable is that we know about where Mikal Bridges actually plays. Somebody said we were underrating Mikal. I think we just explained it. Like when Cal has to be the dude, I'm sorry. He cannot handle the pressure.
He's not a number one option. He's going to be basically he's just
I'll say this, right? Mikal Bridges obviously is not a bad player at all. And it's just the reason why it, it just made sense for us to move him and why Nets fans didn't like him so much is just because it seemed how just valued he was. And it just seemed ridiculous to pass up, like a trade like this just to keep him. That was really the big reason. In reality, if we didn't view him like that, no one would hate him as much as, as we all do. But at the end of the day, the facts are the facts, and Mikal Bridges is not a number one option, and he's not. And that's what it seemed like we were viewing him as. And when you get a trade package like this, you're just going to move off of him. And now he's on the Knicks, so who cares, right?
But to be fair, he's far more valuable to the Knicks than he is for us. His value,
and it makes sense for the Knicks. It makes sense for other teams too.
Yeah.
Any contending team makes sense for Mikal Bridges. I don't know why Mikal wouldn't want to play for a contending team if he knows he can't even be a number one. It makes sense, and if he's in a good system, which obviously the Knicks are solid, but he's going to be. This guy's definitely not playing 82 games next year.
This was the first time I can honestly say that Marks got value. And maybe even above value for a player that I this was like one of my concerns about Shawn Marks. And what did I always say, AJ? Like, you got to show me that you learn from your fucking mistakes. You can't just blame it on all the excuses. COVID, this, injuries, KD. You can't keep blaming the shit on everybody else. Like, you need to show that you... Because wasn't that everybody's biggest concern to start this season in this trade thing was, are we going to lose value on our players again? And this right now signals a completely different thing. Like
5 firsts, my God!
I'm thinking, where else are you going to get 5 firsts from Mikal Bridges right now?
My goodness,
they overpaid. They overpaid crazy for Mikal. They overpaid
25, 27, 29, and 31.
He's not worth that. He is definitely not worth that.
And let's be honest. Right, we've been killing Shawn Marks for not dealing with the Rockets and getting our picks back, and this motherfucker managed to do both.
He cooked.
So he cooked. He cooked a lot. Like, some people may not be fully happy, but it's like he was able to get 2 of our picks back by using some of the Suns ones. Whatever, we know that's a gamble. I think
in the most valuable drafts, by the way, coming up.
Well, and to be fair, it's like, did you really want to wait till 27, 28, 29 to like potentially cash in on picks that you don't even know are going to fucking be?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And it's like there's every aspect of this is a gamble. And that's the thing that drives me nuts about all the arguing is that it's like, dude, you're not guaranteed any pathway to a championship by taking there's gambles, there's luck, there's getting the right guys. It's like there's so much that goes into that. Yeah. But why did most Nets fans feel more comfortable on the full tank? And that's because you can take your time and you don't have these ridiculous, unrealistic expectations of a team because the ownership and the GM are not telling you the bullshit that they should be telling you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's fucking...
Real quick, Cam Thomas. Oh, it's Cam Thomas time, baby.
Oh yeah, no, I'm being.
He said it's Cam Thomas time, baby.
I'm gonna get 40 minutes tonight and just go crazy. There should be
Cam Thomas. Yeah, let's talk about. If you're joining us right now, hit that like button, bro. Hit that like button. The Brooklyn Nets have traded Blockbuster Trade.
Do you know how many arguments too he just ended?
Yeah.
We don't have to argue about young players playing anymore. We don't have to argue about Cam Thomas getting.
Oh, Jay's here. Jay's here.
Oh, what up, Jay? You don't have to this trade. I know Jay's gonna probably shit on maybe. I don't know. I'm interested to hear what
please, Jay. I need your thoughts, Jay. Please,
because we're kind of happy here a little bit. We're shocked and happy. We're pissed that it's to the Knicks, Jay, But what's your thoughts, man?
I have dueling thoughts from a standpoint of asset acquisition. If you knew the Knicks were willing to overpay, you should have got a player out of it also.
Another younger
A
player.
better player than Bogey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Not
I agree.
necessarily a younger player, but a player other than Bogey.
Do you think they valued his 19
knew
expiring though? Do you think they valued that 19 expiring
No.
more than anything?
No. I get that, but you still could have gotten another player from them. They can value that, but you can get Miles McBride or somebody else. And I'm not thinking of who else is on that team, but you could have got Miles McBride at the very least.
Yeah.
And you could have added that onto the trade, and it still would be a trade that would be done.
Yeah.
So I think you could have look when this is the part where everybody was celebrating the Nets general manager. This is the part where I would disagree. It's the same thing with the Philly trade. When you have a team who is desperate and you want to make Jalen Brunson as happy as possible because he's coming up and needing to sign his extension, so you're going to do anything to make him happy, and getting McCone is going to make him happy, that means that team is desperate. Sure, they gave the picks, but you see what else you can get.
Yeah, I agree.
You see exactly what else you can get.
Yeah.
You could have pushed. I think you could have pushed for a little bit more. Hey, if you're happy with the trade, you're happy with the trade. Here's where I'm not happy with the trade, and I don't care what kind of haul it is. One, picks are not a guarantee for anything. They're just not a guarantee for anything. Picks sound nice, but until the player puts on a jersey and goes out there and performs, there are plenty guys who've been top 5 picks who are busts. Plenty of them who are busts.
Yeah, that's true.
And the major issues that I have with this is understand, and I'm not speaking on anybody else's fandom, right? Understand, I'm thinking of it from a season ticket holder's perspective. They charge me a lot of money for these tickets. They're charging us as season ticket holders of the big 3.
Still,
they ain't charging us as season ticket holders of a rebuilding team. And I know this is recorded. It was a few years ago when the guys were still on, when those guys were still on the team. I had a meeting with a group of people with Joe Tsai, and they were talking about raising the ticket prices. And one of the things that I said to him is, you all are raising the ticket prices for a product that is not on the court. Their argument was, we're trying to charge tickets commensurate with the price of a New York City experience.
Oh, Jesus.
So they were trying to say that the big 3, because at that point it was after we traded for Ben, they were trying to say that, well, Ben's going to be healthy and you're still going to have a big 3 and it's still a great ticket. That's what we're charging for. Well, they're still charging prices like that. And now we're a rebuilding team. So unless they are going down with their ticket prices, then I can't be happy with this because I'm not paying for the product that they're charging for.
No, that's a fair assessment. That's a very fair assessment because you should be. It is kind of nasty that that Shawn kind of. First of all, the Knicks is really nasty. I'm sorry, it is. Just trading to the Knicks is nasty, but
it's the nastiest.
It is very nasty. It's really nasty how they're desperate. They gave up 7 picks. Like Jay was saying, we should have pressed them about it. Like we should have got McBride and somebody else. Who else do they have left on that bench or on that team?
It's really just McBride.
It's
really just McBride.
You know what's hilarious, dude?
I think he was the only person left.
We should have took him. Like, why are we taking Bojan?
I just think it's expiring money, dude. I think they're so hard up to get rid of money, and they didn't want to take anybody back that had any more than 1 year, and they were willing to do that. I think there's still very.
Can I add something to it though? And I just tweeted this out. Cam Johnson is asking out also. He
Oh,
don't want
good.
to be here for this.
Good.
Oh yeah, yo,
Good.
hey,
Yes,
that
yes,
phone
yes,
ringing.
please.
Hey, I'll drive him to the airport.
Listen,
Please get him off my
Let me-
team.
You are
But
not
listen,
missed.
Jay, is
Let me say this though. No, go ahead, Saint.
no, cook, brother, cook. Well, I'll say it.
I was gonna
say
say, if you know that Cam Johnson is also gonna ask out, and I'm saying you know that beforehand because
Uh-huh.
you brought them in together and marketed them as the twins. So if one goes, the other has to go. Even if he didn't ask out, he has to go. You could have told the Icks, y'all got to take him too. Give us back Julius
Yeah.
Randle. Give us back Julius Randle.
That would have been crazy.
Even if you didn't want to keep Julius Randle, you say
Yeah.
give us back Julius Randle. That's another piece that you can trade to somebody
Yeah.
Yeah.
and get more pieces. But you were supposed to dump him in this trade also. Y'all the
Yeah.
twins, y'all can't be broken up. You had to get rid of him also. Because, and I say that to add on to it, you lost his number one target
Yeah.
about a week ago when Detroit fired Monty Williams. Because Monty still wanted him back. He wanted his Phoenix guys back.
So
You could have went that route. You didn't.
speaking on that, Jay, right now, and I said this and I asked them earlier. Now that Shawn has shown the willing to blow it up, right? Like I'm gonna count my I'm gonna count my blessings with Shawn Marks in this trade. I
Right.
definitely know it could have been he could have done some other things to what you're saying, to your point, and I agree. But the fact that he pulled the trigger, and they whatever, whether it was him or Cy or whoever, because apparently now, the other day Shawn Marks got a pass because it was all Joe Cy's fault. My thought is now that this, I'm gonna have to restructure that the excuses for Shawn Marks, but it's like, so I need to know who I'm adequately giving credit to. Is it Joe Cy or is it Shawn Marks, according to some people? But
Yeah,
anyways,
exactly.
So now that Shawn Marks has pulled his head out of his ass, because on some level, for me, I'll just speak for myself. I got it. The guy cooked a little, and he learned a little for me. But how far does this continue? Do we see DFS gone shortly? Do we see CJ gone?
Yeah, the rebuild's not done.
Does
Like,
this fuck up Claxton coming back and maybe change Claxton mind? Or is Claxton like, you know what? Thank God Mikal's gone. I'm in. What's up? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, this move literally changes everything. Like, I know we all thought to some degree had thoughts about Shawn trading Mikal, but I think the majority of us, it's safe to say, did not think that he was going to pull the trigger. And the people that actually thought he would trade him is probably in the minority.
Yeah.
How far does this now reverberate to you, or what you can share down the Nets? Like, because this is groundbreaking for Shawn Marks. If we're being honest, this is groundbreaking.
There are already people who already let them know they didn't want to be back. Dodo being another one.
Yeah.
Like they played around during the season and they led him and his family to believe that he was going to be traded at the deadline, and they kept him.
Yeah, that was brutal. We all saw that. That was nasty.
They have, if you pay attention to what they've been doing this off season, and shout out to Juwan Howard. From my understanding, he's supposed to be the summer league coach. I don't know if anything changes with that coming up.
I'm happy with him as a coach. I'm happy that we have him.
But these guys, if you notice in seasons past, the number of players who would be visible at New York Liberty games, they've not been visible at most games this season.
Correct.
The one game that there were multiple players at, it's because Clara Wu Tsai asked all of them to come to the game. Because for the most part, none of these guys have even been in town.
Real
Wow.
quick, JJ, sorry to interrupt. AJ, why are we watching fucking
My bad.
no, it's funny, dude, because I'm looking at like Curry and I'm like, God damn how bad it's been. But anyways, go on, Jay. Oh, that
Not
that brought back pain and misery. But go on.
these guys haven't been around,
Yeah.
and that's because before Sean has, excuse me, the Nets general manager is an individual who uh he runs this team completely different. Like he tells players when they need to come to town, when they need to be here. So the veterans need to report by such and such date. The rookies have to be here when with the rookies whenever they say they need to be here, they need to be here. Like last off season, the report date was I think the day after or 2 days after Labor Day. It was something Labor Day week. They had to report to Brooklyn. That's when all the veterans were supposed to report to Brooklyn. And that's the way he's been running it. Now, these folks, man, nobody has been around. You saw, and I'm going to tell you what's funny, and I have nothing bad to say about this guy because I understand he's hurt, but in terms of how much love he's shown my children, I love Ben Simmons, yo. Like, he don't play because he always hurt, but even him, you see he ain't been doing any rehabbing in Brooklyn, right? But the one reason why he came back was to go to the Met Gala.
Yeah, that's true. And with his
I mean,
flock. Oh, but he's another guy, Jay. He's got to go. Oh,
yeah,
desperately.
but
I'm saying he can easily just get a modeling career. I think you just call the sports career quits. Just go
So,
Paris or something, become a model.
So Jay, to kind of redirect you back to my question a little bit more specifically, who's leaving? In your opinion,
yeah,
is Claxton going to resign, and who else is leaving? In your opinion, it doesn't have to be a guarantee, but
I don't know if I promise you, I thought we had this conversation last week, but from my understanding, Clax would not be back. Like
wow.
he said, he let them know what his number was, and in season, I'm pretty sure we had this conversation in season. In season, he told them the number started at 25. That
How come they didn't trade him at the deadline then? If they know they weren't going to pay.
No. Because they had. Hold on, that's Pete. What up, Pete?
Yeah, what up, Pete? Yeah, Pete just came in with a what up, Pete?
Big knife.
What's going on, brother?
No, Pete, you said why didn't they trade him at the deadline? Because
they knew.
No. Hold on, Pete. It's a valid question. Because they did not plan on trading McComb. He just asked in the last few days to be traded, and he specified where he wanted to go. So they had no plans on trading him.
Did you guys see Bogdanovich only has $2 million guaranteed next year?
What?
Oh, then he should be cut.
Whoa.
Yeah,
it went from, how did it go from 19 to 20? Because we were looking up the contract. How did it go from 19?
No. He said guaranteed.
Only 2 guaranteed.
Just like Chris Paul has a non.
So, but what kills the 17 million is my question.
No, because you can just cut a guy before a specific. All these contracts, and it's not.
Oh
just the same.
shit!
Anybody who
See,
doesn't
that's
for all of these guys who have non-guaranteed contracts. There's a date or dates when certain amounts of money are guaranteed. So if it's a partial guarantee, it may be a partial, like Pete said, 2 million. There's a date that it becomes fully guaranteed. So if you cut the guy before that, you're only responsible for paying him 2 million.
Yeah.
So if the guarantee date is July 1st, if you cut that man on June 30th, you pay him 2 million and he just goes about his way and he's an unrestricted free agent.
Now, but are you still taking the 19 million hit or just 2 million?
No, just point? 2.
Just 2 million.
Okay. What's that?
But that is 2 million, but you can also, there are a number of people who have their contracts guaranteed so that they can be traded to another team.
Okay, so that was information we didn't have when we first got the info. That to me is pretty fucking cool too. That had to have been taken into consideration, and that just to me enforces that they specifically got a guy that they know that they can cut, and it's only going to cost them $2 million. Fuck yeah! Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
but that
I
goes
no, but
that
I'm just
goes
saying
back to
I
my
see what
problem.
I see why they did that though. That I
No,
get it.
I don't disagree with that, but that goes back to my problem. If
Yeah.
you are going to field a tanking team, you need to be charging tanking prices.
Prices, yes, I agree. And it looks apparently like I'm looking at one where Greg Brostertag said make sure you lower the ticket prices for next few years at Joe Tsai. And then Bruce says, yeah, I saw Jay for BK comment about this. Nets owe their fans a refund. Something are getting screwed with the price of the product.
Oh,
Oh,
I
season
didn't.
ticket. Oh, he put STH, season ticket holders.
That's a tweet that I had.
No, Bruce put it out and tagged you in it
Oh,
about 17 minutes ago.
okay.
So
Wait, what did Bruce say?
I guess
What did Bruce say?
the point I'm saying of that tweet is that your message is out there. Like people are. I mean, that is and now you got people
No,
basically
but
echoing what
that's
you've
the
said.
no, but that's the thing. That's why I don't ever like. There's some people who are like season ticket holders and they try to be all high and mighty. You look at me, nah, man. We all
Oh yeah,
fans
you're
of the
not a
same.
real
We all
fan
fans of the
because
same
you.
team, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not. Oh,
Yo,
that argument. Yeah.
I don't know anybody's financial situation, so I'm not above anybody, man. We all bleed the same color blood, man. And
Exactly.
Yeah.
as we're fans of the same team, my only thing, and this is not me being above people, is if you're charging me a price, but the product is not the price that you're charging me for, that's a problem. And
Well,
I
you're paying
think
Durant
anybody
prices,
would
right?
have that. Yeah. Yeah, we're paying Durant, Kyrie, and Harden prices,
So let me
or
ask you
we're
this:
paying Durant, Kyrie, and healthy Ben prices.
how much did they jump from when you had them before Katie and Kyrie, and then when they got here? And have they gone up every year since then?
They do go up every year. They wanted when after they traded for Ben because we were locked in for 2 years up until that. So that was the end of the second year. So that's why we had the meeting with Josai. It was because they were talking about raising the prices then. For some people, they raised the prices 175%.
That's insane, dude.
For others,
170. That's
125%.
yeah. Ugh, that's nasty. That's just straight nasty. But I mean, Jay,
But
are you at
that's
least?
why you're good.
I was just say my last question to you is: are you at least relieved they picked the lane? Like, I get the other stuff, but like, are you happy at least that they picked the lane and they're like they look like they're trying to do it the right way, opposed to keep pushing this dream of Mikal and our championship?
Yes.
Good, yeah.
But let me add something to it because I have had conversations with people recently because I'm going to tell you I was listening to the spaces that Cash was doing earlier today, right? And people were on there agreeing that Cam Thomas will probably agree to a 20 to $25 million contract if they offered him an extension. Yo, I was laughing so hard about that because from my understanding, Cam wants a max. And his argument is if you ain't gonna pay me, fine. I'll just go to another team.
Okay, good. Thank
And
you, Jay. Because I brought this. Sorry to interrupt, but I brought this up before about the whole contract negotiation with Cam. And the biggest thing about that bothered me was, hey, if you would take a $20 to $25 million deal, you would do it. But I'm glad you cleared that up because now I could be like, oh, okay, it's not even an option.
no, he's from my understanding, he's not interested in that number. And this is a part of my understanding. you agreed, and this is the way I analyze contracts. You know how when they have contracts and they have I forgot what it's called, but y'all know exactly what I'm talking about, where a guy can make up to escalator clauses in the contract, right? Like Drew Holiday hit a couple of them because they won the championship, because this, that, and the third.
Likely and unlikely.
Incentives. Yes.
Yeah, that's what it
Thank
is.
you, Pete. Incentives. Now, the way I look at contracts is based on the incentives of the contract. So I'm going to use Cam Johnson as an example. Cam Johnson signed a 4-year, $108 million contract. That's if he reached all the incentives. And to be honest, and I know some people say it's not realistic. I look at contracts as if these guys are going to reach the incentives, because if they reach the incentives, that means we've maximized the talent of the team, and we are championship contenders, because a number of people have championship as an incentive in their contract. So I look at it like that for my team to be completely successful, these guys have reached the incentives. If you're willing to give Cam Johnson a $27 million average, how do you then turn to Cam Thomas and tell him, no, we only want to pay you 20, even though you're a better player than the guy making 27?
Is there a market for a backfield for him? I'm sorry, I cut off.
No. I think that there is, because how many people have talked about the way that the money is going to go up in this new TV deal? So if the argument is there's not a market for a max deal for him, there's a market for a deal bigger than 20 to 25 million for him. Especially if, and I'm not comparing them as players. His max number would not be that high. Like it wouldn't be 50 million. It wouldn't be a Spider Mitchell max. It would not be that. It wouldn't be a Jason Tatum 60 million, Jaylen Brown 60 million max. It would not be that. So if his max, and I don't know what his max number is, but let's argue and say his max number is 30 or 35 million, right? How's he not worth that?
I think he's worth 25 to 30. I think he's worth 25 to 30.
Who are you talking about? I just stepped away.
Cam Thomas.
Cam Thomas.
Yeah.
I think Cam is 25 to 30, possibly.
I agree with that.
He's that good. He's that good.
I'll say
we can pay that though, Jay.
The 20 to 30 range I could see. I'm just gonna leave it there.
I think we can pay that, but again, the same issue that because Saint asked about Clax, the same issue with Clax. This guy, the Nets general manager, wants to get guys at his number. Yeah. And the only time he veers from that is if there's a friendship involved. Now I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna tweet about this too. The egg that's on the general manager's face. He hired some of Mikal Bridges' friends behind the scenes on the Nets. He hired some of them because he was treating him like a superstar. He hired some of his friends, and those people are still employed by the Brooklyn Nets.
Not for long.
That man said, "I don't care that you hired my friends. I want you to trade me." So you treated him like a superstar. And including in treating him like a superstar, you gave his best friend $108 million for 4 years, and he's not worth half that money. Yeah. We can't get around that, man. I'm one who argues you're worth what you negotiate. That's usually what I argue. That man's not worth $27 million a season. You got to get him out of here, and you got to take a bad contract to get him out of here. You just have to.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
I hate to say this, Jay. I hate to say this, guys, but I think this might have saved Shawn Marks' job. And I'm just with that. I'm gonna Pete. Everybody else jump in, but
yeah. Oh. I think we can get rid of CJ for like a good price, but it's like. Yeah,
There are
he's the rebuild is
there are a
not
lot of
done,
teams
man.
that
The
want
rebuild is not
CJ.
done. It's not done. It's
Well,
far from
I
over.
heard at least 4 or 5 teams that wanted CJ, like
Yeah,
legitimately wanted him
yeah.
and would
The
take him.
the stash of picks we have is crazy. It's unbelievable, but it's like now you just gotta make sure the rebuild is right. You gotta make sure you do it right, do it properly. You can't
Hey,
mess
I'm gonna
this
tell
up
you
either.
one
Yeah.
of the teams I heard who would take CJ, and it's
Mm.
funny, because they got people with bad contracts, are the Atlanta Hawks. All right, the Hawks will take
Wow.
him, but we would have to be willing to take back DeAndre Hunter, and I don't know that that's a trade that you do. It's basically almost identical players, guys who are hurt every season, guys who have not reached both lottery picks, guys who've not reached their potential and
Yeah.
may need a change of scenery to reach that potential.
CJ to
Yeah.
Atlanta for Clint Capella, and we have to throw in like a pick or something like that.
With Clint
No.
Capella, we would.
This year, I
No,
think.
It's funny because Clint Capella has been on the Nets radar for years, and I
Yeah.
fully expected them to go after Capella. I fully expected them to go after Capella if and or when Clack signs with another team, but that was before they traded McCone. Now I don't think Capella's going to want to be here.
Yeah.
I
I
don't,
mean, dude,
and all of
there's
these conversations that Nets Daily has had about they have their eyes on 2025. No, they don't. How they going to get a free agent here now? What free agent is signing up to come to this team? When you all told me, look, and I've argued with a number of you. You
Yeah.
all told me that it was Kyrie's fault, that it was KD's fault, that they asked to be traded, right? Now
Yeah.
that McCone has asked to be traded, whose fault is it now? Is it still Kyrie's fault? Are we gonna blame Kyrie for that?
But
Yeah.
isn't- Yo, but
Yeah.
Jay, isn't that he wanted to like be with his friends and chill with his friends?
I knew
Knicks?
McKill never wanted to be here. Like they made this man like Michael Jordan. Shawn Marks was promoting this man like he was Michael Jordan. Like he was
I
never
still like to
that.
play with my boys though.
But this is where the ego comes in, ladies and gentlemen. You just traded Harden, KD, and Kyrie. What, like, I am not shocked that was the answer. Like, Jay just broke it down about money, about the continuous increase of this or that. It's like you came in talking a big game, and for whatever reason, and I don't even care to argue these shits anymore, like what the real problem was, is then you turn around and your fan base, you know what you're, see, that's the thing. Fuck with like, you know, Nets Daily used to say about real fans and musty fans. And it's like, dude, they knew by and large the fan base was pissed the fuck off. And they did their best that they could with, like, you got left with the worst possible combination of players and a coach that you also, don't even get me started. But I'm not surprised
Can I say something really quick?
This was because Pete, I wanted you to get in here. This, to me, the reason why, like, this was their only, Shawn Marks's only play, in my opinion, to save his job. Because if he was going to keep going with this fucking weird ass like vision and plan that we all, majority of us, were like, yeah, no, this is not going to be good, bro. I think it would have been a disaster if they kept on that same plan.
Hey Pete, what did you say? No, Pete just said something about McCone that I wanted to comment on.
I was gonna say, thinking about like all these trades, right? Oh, which one about that? He wanted to be traded there or something? I was gonna say that thing.
We lost you, Pete. You're breaking up, Pete. You're a robot.
Is he a
right
robot
now.
to anybody else?
Yeah. He's a robot. You're a robot, Pete. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Now you're good.
I was gonna say that out of all these superstar trades, right? How come we're the only team, the only franchise not to get a young player back?
Yeah, we've
Think
been.
about
Yeah,
it.
that we never get young players back.
Yeah,
Pete,
Why not?
Yeah, that's true. That's so true.
I've said that 11 times, and people argue with me about that. Yo, Pete, I think I remember something that you were saying. with respect to McCone giving them a destination that he wants to go to. And did anybody else read that tweet and get disgusted with it that he said McCone said he only wanted to go to the Knicks and he was going to use it as leverage against other teams that he would not re-sign with them? Yo,
Yeah.
you look him dead in his face and you tell him, yo, look at me, and I'm doing two fingers to my eyes, right? I would tell him, yo, look at me in my eyes when I tell you this. You are Mikal Bridges. You have no leverage. You ain't one of them ones, man. There needs to be a general manager like Jerry West or a front office person like Jerry West or Pat Riley who would look at him straight in the face and be like, "What are
Jay,
you talking about?
these guys,
leverage."
Jay, that generation is gone, bro. Everything is, you cannot talk to stars like that anymore, Jay. Come on, you know.
He's not a star, and that's
I
what
know,
you would
but
tell
come
him.
on, I'm playing
You're
the
not
part,
a
Jay.
star.
I'm playing the part.
You're not even. Yo, I'm going to argue he's not even the third best player on the team that he was just traded to. And if they re-sign OG Anunoby, he's definitely not one of the three best players. He's not better than Brunson.
Facts.
He's not better than Julius Randle. He's not better than OG Anunoby. And if you get me in a corner, I'm going to say when it was crunch time, the way Josh Hart played in some of them games,
Josh Hart's way more clutch than him. Way more clutch than
McCone did
him.
not give us anything like that, especially not in that Philly series. And
Yeah.
Dante DiVincenzo also came up and was a scoring machine for the Knicks.
Yeah.
Yo, you're not one of the best three players on that team. Don't look me in my face and tell me I'm going to hold it against you that I can only go to one team. You're not a star. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Come on, man. And then when Nets
you
fans
think
arguing that we were going to give
once in
him
the
$40 million.
What's
Who?
that, Pete? We're
So
losing
Pete, you
Pete
got to do
today.
something about your Wi-Fi, man.
Yo,
Once in the
if you're watching
making,
us right now, hit
like
that
all the
like button
pouting
for us,
shit.
y'all. Hit that like button. Get our likes to 100 tonight, yo. It's going crazy. We're gonna be on here for a minute because this is crazy. Like I still haven't like digested this whole trade. Like I can't believe this is happening.
I'm just hoping the God, there's so many terrible words. I'll use the word cleansing. I'm gonna keep on a positive note. I just how far like how much cleansing is about to happen, and because now this just completely changes the face of the team. Like, how funny would it be if it's like rookies and like 3-year guys that only been in the league like 2-3 years, and then it's just Ben Simmons.
Bro, do you like Shawn gotta like
This is gonna be great. I'm
he's gotta still make
now.
he's gonna make a whole bunch of moves. You better make some moves, bro. Like this is not it. Like don't go to sleep after this shit, bro.
I mean,
Like,
I'm
this
okay
is the
with a
draft is
complete
tomorrow.
shit
Like,
ass team. If I know you're
Yeah.
going full tank, I'm
Yeah.
completely okay with it. Full tank, I don't give a shit what happens next year. If
Yeah,
you're
at least build
getting
through the
good
draft
picks
and like
and you're
do shit.
drafting some good guy, yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. If I know they appeared to have picked a lane, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
I know it took you a while to get to this point, but thank you for picking a lane. Now just do this lane the right way, and that's where I'm at. Like, I'm excited now because at least now we have a direction instead of like all the arguments are done. Like a lot of the dumb arguments that people have been having for the last like 2 seasons, myself included. I'm glad all that's done because now we're all on the same page as far as like it's a rebuild. It looks like it's gonna get deeper. And then the fun part now becomes, and this is the part where I guess we'll see. Does Shawn Marks go back to quote what some people say his roots of being a better drafter and developing a young team? Like some people say that. Like, is that what we're gonna see?
Yeah.
Are they, bringing Jordy in? Does Jordy help completely change that complexion? Like, are we finally gonna see a coach that's actually allowed to coach?
Jordy did not sign up for this.
No.
And I
But
and
do you
I'm
think he?
going
Yeah,
Do you
it's
to,
think
foul.
I'm
he's
going
We
more?
to
did put
say
him.
Wait.
that
So
We
do
did
you
put him in
think
a
he's
foul.
pissed about this, or do you think he's relieved? He's
yes,
getting a clean slate.
no, he did not sign up for this rebuild. He did
No.
not sign up for this rebuild. He did not sign up for this rebuild.
Wow.
And let
Are
me
you
say
gonna?
this.
Hey Jay, are you gonna
I've
tweet
said
about
it.
that?
I'm probably going to tweet about it in the morning, and
All right.
I'm saying that not as my own words. I'm saying that as a quote. He did not sign up for this rebuild.
Yeah. That's
He's as
I don't know.
blindsided as
I had a
everybody
different
else.
take than that, but that's now that you say that, I don't like that you said that because a lot of the shit you tell me is true. So I
Saint,
I'm
I'll say
hoping though.
this. I'll say this here publicly, and if we see each other in the next few days, I'll tell you to your face.
I
That
hope we
ain't
do.
that's not that's not a quote or a take from my mouth.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It just it's one of those things where my hope with Jordy, at least in this situation, I'm hoping that this individual, because quite honestly, I know this may sound ridiculous. I probably trust him more than and Howard on that bit than I do anybody in that front office or that was still there from the past. My hope is that this individual gets to masterly put together a young team in his vision. And I hope it has nothing to do with Shawn Marks. Like, I really hope they're letting this guy, I really hope that they're respecting what he has to say. That's the only thing I can hope for right now with the fact of how this is going.
Yeah. Are you more like, well, Saint, how are you feeling? Like, are you more excited about this rebuild or you're like kind of pissed off about how things turned out? Or
Well, I mean, listen,
Hmm.
there's plenty of me complaining about Shawn Marks. Like, am I agitated? I'll always be like annoyed that we're in this situation.
Yeah.
But listen, and I'll make this like this is a life thing where it's like, I'm sorry, in life when shit just does not go your way or something is so bad, whether it's a drug addiction or whatever the fuck it could be, where you're struggling to change the course of something. Most of the time it has to get pretty bad before it starts going up.
Yeah.
And there's always that part of this equation with the Nets in the situation that a combination of star egos, COVID, injuries, dumbass general manager and owner, just like across the board, the complete dysfunction of what we have watched has to hit a bottom and has to eventually start going up. So for me, there's that, and that will always be there. But I can't sit here and tell you I'm not excited. Like, I'm excited that finally, like, dude, that was the biggest bane and argument and shit that we've dealt with. And talking about the Nets has been around Mikal Bridges and what he signifies and what they put him at. Like, and the fact that that is gone out of the equation, that negative energy, all that shit. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited. Like, that shit is gone. I want to have normal. Now we can get back to a lot of normal basketball conversations with the Nets.
Yeah,
now we can get back to clean, like getting back to talking about young players and the positives and this and that. That's where I'm at with it now. So, and I'm excited because I think now this just opens the gates of a couple other players are going.
Let me read some of these comments. Shout out to Any Man Bo said pay Simmons to go. He's not a hooper. D Grant said, what team is he going to take on Ben Simmons' contract if Nets decide to trade him? Shout out to T Green. Time to follow the OKC blueprint. Shout out to Andy. Mikal Bridges is a go for the Knicks. Wow. AK said new season, new coach, new system, new lineup, new culture. Shout out to AK718. Yeah, bro. We don't have a pick in this draft yet. So that's what I'm saying. Sean's got us to keep working. I don't know. You better still wake up early, do what you got to do, but this is not over. Like, this is just only the beginning.
And nobody expected. I mean,
yeah,
I'm sure people that know, but like, dude, that's the other aspect of this. Like,
yeah,
He sure as fuck shocked me.
Like get some value out this draft. You got picks now. You got like DFS, CJ. You got these guys you can trade. Get some value for like we can get a lottery pick. To be honest, I think we still can get a lottery pick.
Well,
now with the
Jay,
picks we
I
have.
mean, but
Oh.
or AJ to also add to like, am I excited? The other thing the good thing, thank God, is that we had contracts that are very movable.
Yeah. Ben.
And that is like like if I have to be positive and give him a tip, a little like not a tip pause, but if I give him a little nod of the cap, is at least they didn't take on just atrocious after like you know what I'm saying? Like at least we can move other individuals and it's not going to be I don't think if the right deal is met, like thank God we're not being bogged down by like teams going, yeah, no, we're not taking
like Ben Simmons. We can give Ben Simmons to Utah still. Like they would take a contract like that because he's an expiring. Like teams love those expirings. You can just get them right off your.
But
books.
I still need the only thing that I need to. We need to. There, it has to be a positive for that other team to take him to, and depending, and that's the problem is. What are the Nets willing to take back for Ben Simmons that another team would want to get off of? Yeah. If now that the Nets are signaling we're blowing it up and we're getting rid of everybody. Yeah, hop in here.
I'm going to give you a scenario right now. We trade Simmons to somewhere that maybe is a team that's close to the first apron, is just over it. You take back a contract that's maybe like 2 years left, and they get totally under the apron with that $40 million, and they could use it for whatever they want.
Yeah, but the key would be to me, like the only way I would think, because that's the thing, like no team's just taking Ben Simmons' money, so you have to take something back. And we've already seen now 2 seasons they did it with CJ by getting it. Like they're not looking to take on like anything at this moment, and I can already tell you that number is going to shrink.
Yeah. Okay. Evan on Twitter, Siddery said the Nets have hopes of securing a first-round pick tomorrow. Multiple contending teams would quickly be willing to offload their pick for Cam Johnson or Dorian Finney-Smith. So teams know, like we're blowing it up. They're gonna start calling Shawn. They're gonna call Shawn.
No, we're open for business, dude. Sean's. Shawn is. I'm sorry if Shawn. Another thing, Shawn did not wait till. Well, we could have done this, but I'm gonna give. I don't think
this is last minute again.
Again, kind of, yeah. But other teams just started too, so I'm not going to shit on him for that too hard. But there's no way his phone's not like ringing off the hook right now.
Yeah, I agree. It's going crazy. Shout out to the chat. Fire
that's
sale.
Why I'm excited.
Yeah, fire sale. It's fire sale time, man. It's just we got to make the right moves after this. Like, I want to see what the DFS package is going to be like. You could look at Memphis and they can give up their number 9. You know, we can get Cody Williams or somebody, you know, or you can do there's so many outlets you can do with this draft too. Like there's some sneaky talent in this draft. I know people think this is a terrible draft, but there's sneaky talent in this draft. In every draft, there's sneaky talent.
I mean, we also do got to at least admit a little bit that it's nice that we still do have some flexibility. Like the flexibility is one of the biggest things that I'm kind of, in hindsight, I'm very happy that they were able to make this move. And it's not like, think about how many trades we've had that are trades that we've made lately even outside of the big 3 leaving. Yeah. Just think of those other trades. They were always kind of just nasty, or we had to give up something to get rid of somebody, or we just took some nasty ass thing back. You know what I mean? It's like, at least we're in a position where I guess to say to some degree, Marks, I mean, that's the thing. Do we think Marks, I haven't even asked that question. Do you think this is a fair trade, or we fleeced the Knicks?
I definitely think I gotta see what the Knicks like full team is, but I don't think they're still not better than Boston or possibly Milwaukee. I don't think they're better than.
No,
Boston
I'm not even doing that with it. I'm just saying,
but for the Knicks,
what's your guys' thoughts? Like Pete, Jay, like what's that? Jay?
I don't know. Nah, I don't know about fleecing them because again, man, for me, it goes back to these are hopes.
Yeah, of
Yo,
course. But
we
gotta
hope
grade
that
the
the
trade
guys
though.
bring
You
it.
gotta grade it.
Sometimes you give a trade a A, and then it turns into an F, yo. So
Yeah.
as of right now, I'll say it's a B plus.
B plus. Okay.
Do you
B plus.
guys
That's
think
not
we
bad. I
overpaid to
agree.
get our picks back?
What's that? What did you repeat that, Pete?
Do you think we overpaid to get our picks back?
Yeah, absolutely.
I
You
think so
think so?
too.
Well,
Absolutely.
Those
wasn't
Suns,
it? It's
they
like
give
a
up
3
both
to
the
2,
Suns
wasn't
picks to
it?
get them back. Yeah, it's
Well, we had to do it.
What
But
years
is it-
was it
but
though?
it-
What years was it? Because we still have
It's
Suns picks. But what years was it?
27. What, go
One of them
go
was a
on.
swap, I think, or two of them are
It's
swaps.
not, but no, Pete, yes, but I understand why.
I agree.
Because you, yo, as much as I don't agree with the methodology, the Nets GM basically was like, okay, it's what AJ, it's what I said earlier about when you knew that the Icks were where McCone was going to go, where you had to ask for a little bit more. Houston said, if you want this 25 pick back, you got to give us a little bit more. And the Nets GM said, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. He did. He caved. He did cave.
I
get
have
it.
a very far-reaching idea of how I think this is going to play out. I think this is going to break the curse of when we came from the ABA to the NBA. We had to get rid of Dr. J because the Knicks were like, oh no, another team in our market. You can't have that. And we had to like pay him like $5 or $4 million or some dumb shit. And I think there's been a curse since then. And what I think is going to happen is we just got all these Knicks picks and the Knicks are going to implode in the next 4 years. And we're just going to like eat off their demise.
Okay, I'll take it.
And those picks are going to turn into, and like we're going to sit, dude, tell me that would not be the craziest shit where like from 27 to 31, like at least 2 to 3 of those years, maybe like it's all shit. And we're sitting back and we've built like this is my dream.
We never
okay?
trade
This
with the
is
Knicks.
Dream.
It's been how many years? Like how many years
Shawn
we
Marks,
trade with the Knicks?
Shawn Marks.
I think it's been at least 30 or 40, right?
30, 40 years before we trade the Knicks.
Okay,
so between 40 and 50.
Oh my god, bro.
So okay, so are you catching my this as a potential to break the curse? Just imagine a potential outcome of drafting with the Knicks picks any of those years, and they're absolutely terrible. would be so fun, but I that's a wishful dream.
That could really happen though. I just think we got to see where Shawn, like, he still has to has moves to make. Like, this is not over, man.
No, it's not.
He
There's
still
no
has moves to
way.
make. Let me read a couple of comments. Someone said, stop the cap. Suns 25 to 27 are not going to be high at all, while Nets 25, 26 will be high. Mikal's going to get run down playing for Tibbs. Yeah, that's a fact. He's not going to want to play 82 every game now. Watch.
Oh, no.
He's going to play 82, 48 minutes.
That Iron Man streak breaks this season. I bet that Iron Man streak breaks this season.
That's probably a good bet, bro.
Yeah, the Iron Man streak.
I don't know who said. Yeah, I expect it to be broken next season. I don't know who said stop the cap about the Suns picks not being good. From my understanding, and I heard this months ago, KD is not happy in Phoenix, and he has not been happy, and he doesn't want to make it public because then he looks like a fool again.
Yeah.
But part of it, for anybody who's like, what, part of it goes back to he realized after he was traded there that it was Devin Booker's team. For example, for anybody who wants an example, I'll give you an example. For example, when he was on the Brooklyn Nets, and this is a part of anybody who's ever said Joe Tsai is cheap, you have no idea what you're talking about. When he was on the Brooklyn Nets, Joe Tsai, if you made the All-Star team, remember that year where KD, Kyrie, and Quitter James all made the team? Everybody got their own private jet to go to the All-Star game, go to All-Star weekend. Everybody got their own private jet. The Phoenix Suns, they had one private jet, and most of the people on that private jet was Devin Booker's people. KD realized this is not his team, and there's nothing he can do to make it his team. He's now having flashbacks to going into Golden State. Well, at least they won championships, where he went to Steph Curry's team. He's now on Devin Booker's team, and he left a situation where Brooklyn was his own team, and that was the first time since OKC where he felt like it was his own team. And from my understanding, he would welcome coming back to Brooklyn.
Wow, that's crazy.
Come
Like,
again,
I remember
Jay?
you was talking. No, I'll vouch for you, Jay, because you were
Come
talking about KD being mad this whole time. Like, well, and when I saw that sidebar that Woj was tweeting out, I was like, wait a minute, Houston's trying to get KD. He wants to leave, and then I'm like, the Suns are saying no, and I'm like, what's going on with it? It's like that was
The
a crazy
Suns are saying-
sidebar to that trade, bro.
But a part of the reason why that sidebar is there is a reason why KD was not necessarily opposed to going to Boston, because he wants to play for Coach Udoka.
Oh yeah.
Hey
He
Chubbs,
does.
real quick, check our Twitter DM and share share what I just put.
Somebody said we need to get a
man.
pick in the first round. We're probably gonna get one, guys. We're gonna get a pick in the first round.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Go ahead,
as
Jay.
of right now, we'll have at least one pick, but probably two. But let me add on to that. And I don't think I know they have a first round pick, but I know they would not include it.
Mhm.
One team who has had interest. I don't know if their interest level is still the same because he's not the coach anymore. But Detroit was interested in CJ. And look, if y'all jump down my throat, pause. Let me pause
Yeah.
that.
What was it?
Hey, I
I'm
said
going
give the
to-
front office the tip earlier, so
There you go.
yeah,
I
I
didn't even
did.
catch
You heard
that.
that. I
I
said
didn't even catch
pause.
that.
I said
Sometimes
pause. Y'all didn't hear it.
sometimes you have to. You start with the tip, and then whatever happens after that
There you
happens
go.
after that.
There you go.
Detroit doesn't have a first round pick to give us because they're not giving us number 5. And I'm almost positive the second round pick they have is like late second round, so it's not worth it for that. If they had an early second round pick, I would trade CJ to Detroit if you gave me back beef stew. And this is the part that y'all not gonna agree with me on, but yo, feel how you want to feel. I would also take back Evan Fournier to make that trade work.
Oh, yeah, that's where you lose me, Jay.
And Pete
That's where
would
me,
be
bro.
able to tell me, Pete, is his contract fully guaranteed if he opts in, or because
Are you flipping?
I know there's a team.
If it's similar to Bojan, then I'll give you. If
Are you
it's
flipping
similar,
Evan Fournier?
Yeah, but he's saying if his contract is similar, is his contract similar to Bojan or whatever?
I gotta look it up. I'm looking it up right now.
Because if it is, then I
has a
get
team-
it. But
I think he has a team option that they have to guarantee by this week or something.
so I mean, I could see it. If it's another player that you can only guarantee him like $2 million and then cut him, I get it. Yeah, but
yeah, it's a 19 million team option, but I'm looking for the date.
But I
Can
mean
you guys
that I
hear me?
understand. That Jay not okay. Who put that? Is that what you put, Jay?
Yeah, man, I'm not okay.
Somebody said, "Ew." I'm crying.
Oh man.
I think we should still deal with Memphis. We might be able to get number 9, bro. But
Dude,
we definitely need to
talking
draft a
Clax
center.
there too?
If Clax is not coming back, we need a center ASAP. We need a center in the draft ASAP. We need to draft Khalil Ware. Or somebody. Or Jaron Holmes. Somebody.
To be fair, it's also nice to have the feeling just to know I don't really give a shit anymore because I know we're gonna suck. There's a relief in knowing that if something doesn't work, it's okay because we can figure that shit out.
Yeah, but at least get good personnel, though,
good
bro.
young guys. That's
at least get good young.
Like
if we're gonna rebuild, at least start building your core, or start building your team.
Shawn is making some good decisions at the moment, in my opinion. But if you're going to execute, please, on the other end of that, make sure you're acquiring not the how shall I say? Don't
Somebody
look
said
for
draft
Mikal.
Bronny? Hell
Don't
no.
look for Mikal Bridges 2.0 personality.
Bronny to Brooklyn.
Oh,
Jesus.
Bronny. Oh God. Imagine if he did that.
Bro, LeBron pulls. If anything, I think LeBron will pull the strings to who Bronny goes to before.
Dude, if that man, I'm sorry, but if Bronny winds up with the Lakers, oh my God.
Yeah, nah, I won't be surprised. LeBron, sure, LeBron gets somewhat close to proximity.
I don't think.
I feel like we're about to watch the most like egregious thing happen with Bronny and somehow being to the Lakers. I feel like we're about to see that, and then it'll be some ridiculous reason. I don't know. That's just the vibe I get. I could be wrong, but
Mad Clippers get him.
Oh God, that would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, this is crazy. Somebody said the Claxton's not he's staying. I wouldn't be surprised if Clax don't stay. Zach Edey. Nah, I don't really want Zach Edey.
No, this is 2011.
Oh, I'm heavily reliant.
13. This is 2024.
We need like a Khalil Ware, Deron Holmes, one of those guys.
Yeah, tomorrow, AJ, when we do the drafting stream, I'm just going to be the video guy. You say a name, I'm pulling it up because I don't know a damn thing about these college.
Or we can get Cody Williams too if we can get Cody. Those three. Get a good wing or get a center because we don't know if Clax is coming back, so you got to get some insurance and then get more picks from DFS, CJ. We got plenty of 2025 picks. Like we're set for 2025. We might as well just pick some young guys in this draft that can make a slight impact with Cam Thomas.
So let me get this straight. We're looking at a team that's going to have no Mikal.
Ben Simmons. Dennis Schroeder,
well, no. But here, these are my guarantees that, like, I think CJ's gone now. I think DFS is gone now.
You think Ben is gone?
No, I'm not. The Ben thing needs work. If he's going to be gone this year, it's gonna because I
think you can move his contract now.
I think Dennis Schroeder is gone.
Dennis Schroeder's gone. Yeah, it makes sense. He's gone.
The thing with Ben, though, dude, is the only way I can imagine the Nets like getting rid of him is this, like, how do they wind up on the positive side of that trade? And I just can't think of any scenario right now. I'm sure there's some, but I think this might be the one we have to bite, to be honest, because he needs to repair his image. Imagine a healthy Ben Simmons all next year with like a team of the young guys. It's like he has no expectations now. He gets to potentially rehab himself health-wise. And what if he does happen? What if because think about it. Everybody thinks this dude's fucking career is over anyways, right? Everybody's saying, go be a model, go be a gamer,
go be a model.
Go do whatever the fuck you're going to do, right? Everybody thinks he's done anyways. So what's the harm if, like, A, you can't get rid of him and you're not going to get anything back, like it's going to cost you? This guy gets to rehab his image potentially. And at the same time, at the end of it, maybe, just maybe, at the trade deadline, he's literally been healthy that whole time. And a team's like, yo, I'll pay that 20 mil for the rest of the season. Imagine what a potential pickup he could be then compared to now. And if by say we shit the bed again with Ben Simmons again next year and he's out, you're done with him. And it didn't cost you, just had to bite the bullet and take the you're off his contract. So
he could rebuild his value here. That's a good point. He could rebuild his value.
There is potential angles
because we're supposed to be tanking anyway, right? We're supposed to be tanking.
Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, now that we are tanking and we're getting all these picks, what if a team's willing to take him and all it costs us is we throw in a couple seconds, but we take back another of those contracts? Is that enough? I don't know. I just can't imagine they want anybody's contracts multiple years.
If we're taking a bad contract, we can get picks back in the deal.
Yeah, but I don't know. It depends, dude. How bad
depends on the team and the cap.
But it also depends how bad it. I mean, Ben's value has got to be terrible right now.
It is, but the bright spot for his contract is it's an expiring. So teams love those expiring.
Well,
Yeah.
here, let me ask you this question, and I know Jay's talked about this before. Maybe Jay can throw it in there too. Is that when is that contract going to be its most valuable? Right now, midway through the season, if he's doing good, like where's that value? Because that's really your between now and then is your only time to trade him. So where is his value the most of that?
I would think the deadline, no, because you have it for 2 months and the season's over, you get 40 million off the cap.
And the reason why I asked that is because depending on what it's going to cost you now versus taking a chance on dude being healthy and actually rehabbing and looking good, and then a team's like, yeah, I'll take that shot.
I think dudes are going to get him for the contract more than anything. Forget the playing, bro.
Well, if he doesn't play next year and we have another shitty year, I think. Well, no, didn't we talk about that last year where he actually is it per year? Because there was concerns about that. He had to have a certain amount of time service, and he actually did. That's you. That's a you question because you're the contract.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You just said about his playing time. What if he doesn't play? Does it?
No. What I was saying is, a guy you're going to trade for him because you have him on your roster and your cap sheet for 2 months, and then 40 million's wiped off. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, it's an expiring.
Yeah, he can games and he'll be
like
done.
stuff like that. Like teams could like buy him out, and then he'll just be out in the market. Like
but the potential here is Ben Simmons' situation has a couple ways of potentially working out for us. Yeah, and my argument right now would be like Perk just said. Good point. Like I can't imagine his value right now is that like I don't know. I just don't know if you could make a trade right now.
Yeah.
A sense enough to the Nets front office in the middle of them trying to clear the books, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
it's movable, but it's like it's not do or die for us because if he stays, it's like we're tanking anyway. It's just going to be something to watch with him and Cam if he's healthy with Cam Thomas, or if he's like if he moves, it doesn't matter because he's gone and it'll just be another.
And to be
he's
fair,
he's a salary dump. He's a salary dump.
And the fact that we're tanking now.
Yeah.
Also, who the fuck cares now with Ben? I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what he does. Like I don't care if he's good. I don't care if he sucks. Yeah. Like it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Cooper flag, tank for Cooper. Are we taking for Cooper, y'all? Tank for Cooper.
The great white coat.
Not Cooper. Ace Bailey is.
Or Ace Bailey, yeah. I don't want to like shun Ace Bailey because Ace Bailey is tough. This 2025 draft, y'all, I'm telling you, y'all, this is gonna be the one. This is gonna be the one. At least we can start fresh and like.
Dude, I can't wait for that first press conference from Shawn Marks.
Oh yeah.
Do you think he's gonna come out pop? I was just going to say, do you think he's going to pop his collar? But go ahead, Jay.
Please. Please. He done. I don't even want to talk about the Nets GM. Yo, AJ, while I'm not disagreeing with these number of guys who are available in this 2025 draft, please understand, if you commit into the tank, I need you to commit to the tank for 26 also. Because if I read correctly, we got our pick in 2026. That's when Cam Boozer is available.
Ooh, the Boozer twins.
If you have not watched Cam Boozer play, I don't know what to tell you.
The Boozer twins.
Yo.
I've been where is Rachel here? Rach. I've been waiting for the Boozer twins. We've been talking about the Boozer twins in 2026. Like that. Shoot, if we get one of them,
we can come away. But AJ, that's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying about 25. I'm adding on 26. If we can come away with one of these guys in 25, and then the Cam Boozer in 26, okay, this okay. Then I see the vision in this team. They're gonna be terrible for the next few years. But they gonna be championship contenders after a while.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Somebody changed the Cam thing to shit's funny now.
Yeah, bro. I'm so like I'm excited for the rebuild. I don't like that we traded to the Knicks, but I'm definitely excited to like see what we can build through the draft. Like I just hope that Shawn does the right thing and makes the right moves. Like at least you made a decision. no, we just got to go all the way and finish up, man. And like, this front office still is toxic, and we still have like shit going on in the Nets. Like, this shit is crazy, but I guess we're on our way to a new kind of like era, at least, you know.
I mean, yeah. I mean, to be fair, this also feels like you're completely divorcing yourself from the fucking superstar debacle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it just, as bad as the attempt was and shitty, like all the things Jay was saying earlier, where I understand his balance of feeling on this, it's like, to some degree, it finally feels like at least these moves, like, yeah, do I wish other parts of the organization were not there? Yes, but at the moment, I have to be somewhat happy that it seems like we're heading in a different direction. And like Jay's saying, like, if that's the direction they're going and they're really trying to set themselves up to grab a couple good young guys in the next 2 to 3 seasons, and they're legit, then like, I'm down, dude. Like, I mean, I've been a Net fan for so long. I have more losing in seasons that I didn't even pay attention to because it was so terrible. I'm okay with this, man. I'm 100% okay with this. Like, because I mean, that's the thing. If you do it right, and because quite honestly, like, you're trying to just constantly go out there and make an instant winner championship team. Like, dude, there's so much to try to make. Like, come on, that's just like, no. Like, there has to be some level of where you take this seriously and do some building and get shit right and stop taking shitty contracts and stop fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and
gutting your future repeatedly. How many times have we been in this situation in the last 15 years?
Anyhow, we did go after D Mitch or any star that would have been available this season. It was always the question of what do after.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
That's the holdup. It's one thing, okay, you can probably do Cam and DFS, one of the Suns pick for D Mitch or say whatever, Trey Young, even a Cat. But it's about that after. You got to add somebody after. And it just seemed more than likely you were gonna empty the clip on just one guy, and that just wasn't going to happen. Especially when 2025, 26, you know you can picks for those. You can get picks for those. So Shawn just picked the more logical direction. Like, you're lying to yourself if you say getting D-Mitch. I've tried to entertain it. I've tried on this podcast to try and entertain it, but ultimately, them signing Kenny Atkinson and saying signed off on them signing Kenny Atkinson. So it was either that or.
To your point, though, too, it's like there was always a part of that path and equation with making Mikal and building this team and the shit that they've been saying, where it was like, yeah, even if you got this guy, it was like, what's next? But it always seemed like at some point in that equation, like, even if you played that out and you got these guys that we would all talk about, you still looked at the team and been like, this isn't really winning anything. Yeah, they're going to be really good and they'll be a fun thing to watch and we'll be in the playoffs. But I just like, ultimately, like, is this team beating this? Is this team beating that? And it was like, because you were still mixing the hopeful of Cam Thomas. We'll just throw Clowney in there, Claxton, these other young guys like that still haven't fully reached their potential, with mid-level guys. And then you were just think you were going to throw like one kind of star in there and think it was all going to just like be no, it just, because even then, like, your team was still not like, it just, the parts that you thought were supposed to work together just were the most disgusting parts. Like, no, like, ew. Like, what's that thing? Like, ooh, brother, ooh. Like, that's all I hear in my brother, ooh. Like, that's all I hear in my head. Like, when I think about what we watched last season was brother, ooh.
Yeah.
Like,
But let me hit that like button for us, y'all. Please get us to at least 100
we need that.
likes.
We need that soundbite. We need to get that sound.
Brother, yeah, I gotta add that. I want to add that.
Gotta add that.
One of us needs to in the soundboard for the upcoming season.
Yeah,
definitely
add that.
Yo, Jay, we got a $21 million trade exception from the deal.
From this deal too?
Yep.
But okay, I'm not
We
going
always
to get
use a trade
excited.
exception.
But we
Never
always
use
get,
those.
but he never
We always
fucking
use
does
them.
anything with them.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Wait, where's Rose talking?
Yo,
Where's
yo,
we getting these
Pete,
Rose tweets
Pete,
from?
I'm glad you said that because yo, you know what's funny, and a lot of Nets fans don't realize this is the Nets general manager has used a lot of these trade exceptions, but there's a but. He uses the trade exceptions when he makes other trades. So
Yeah.
he doesn't use it to add a player.
Nope.
He'll use it like when you see another trade, when you see like another trade 3 months from now, the player that we get, they'll put into the slot for that trade exception. And then that trade will open up an exception that then says we can use it 3 months later. Yo. So
Yeah.
he really don't be using these trade exceptions, yo, but he slides people into the trade exception window.
Okay, but let me ask
For
you this:
example,
what's his positive? But is there a positive to how he's doing it though? Is there a
no,
positive in
no,
there?
no,
No.
no. The positive is in there when you actually fill out the roster with a player who fits into the trade exception. That makes your team go over the cap and over the apron. The championship teams do that, and they
Yeah.
don't hem and haw about being over because they trying to
Yeah,
win a
they don't care
championship.
about that shit. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we picked the direction because like we have no shot against Boston, like any shot against Boston. So it's like at least we're building through the drafts and we can have a possibility to get Cooper, Ace Bailey, or the Boozer twins. Like it's gonna be painful going through these like watching the team lose a lot, but at least we got something to look forward to in the future. Like
These
15
next 2
first
years.
round picks is crazy. I think we have 15.
I
We
mean,
might have
look
the
at it
most
like
in the
this.
league. Do we have more than OKC? Or I don't know. Or we don't.
No, OKC has the most.
I think OKC has 17. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they got 17.
OKC also has, if memory serves me correct, Pete, you can check this, but if memory serves me correct, OKC's salary for next season, their team salary is I think 99 million.
Damn. That's crazy.
Dude, I went fucking their
title
GM is a
contender.
god, dude.
Oh, wait a minute. They just made a trade.
With Caruso to Giddey.
I don't know what Caruso.
Oh, I thought you better trade
I don't
right
know
now.
what Caruso and no, they made a trade this week. I don't know what Caruso and the Rapist. I don't know what their salaries are, but before that trade, I'm pretty sure they were at 99 million for next season. So they can sign, for example, Clax. They can just sign him outright. They don't need no sign and trade from us. They can just sign him outright. It could be for a short deal. It could be for 2-3 years. And if they did, it would not overlap like when J-Dub's contract comes. It wouldn't overlap that at all. When the skinny kid, when Chet Holmgren's contract comes up, it wouldn't overlap that at all either.
Caruso's getting 9 mil.
Okay. And what's the Rapist making?
That's crazy. Okay, what the hell is the Chicago
Giddey?
Bulls doing?
Yeah, Giddey.
P. Giddey, man.
You know,
Okay,
we've never
I'll ask.
We've never talked about that on here ever. But like,
he's
it's
getting
either
8 million. He's getting 8 million next year. 8.3 million.
They got the same contract, pretty much.
It's very close. The contracts in him and Caruso's contract are like similar, very similar.
They had 60 million in cap holds, so they could right now they're negative 23 million with the cap. If they get rid of the cap holds, they could have like 40 million in open cap.
Pete, I'm going to help you out, and I'm not looking at anything. I just know this off the top of my head. One of their cap holes is Gordon Hayward.
That's correct.
And I'm sure he's at least 30-something million.
47.3.
47. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because the cap hold they actually add on to the salary that he had from last season.
You know what I'm excited to hear?
So they taking him off.
Yep.
You know what's going to be exciting to hear is when Mikal goes over there, and then we start getting the sound bites from podcasts and shit like that.
I mean, we all gonna assume that the press run he's
Yeah,
not going.
Knicks are gonna be so unbearable now. It's gonna be unbearable. But
Hey, look,
It's gonna be even funny when they lose.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
We
what
just
I'm
gotta wait
saying.
till the playoffs where they get bounced by
They for a
Boston
rude
or
fucking away.
Milwaukee.
Don't understand. And if anybody's a team sport in high school, understand. Mikal Bridges is the guy to get the Gatorade. He's not really. He
Yeah,
was not
he
the
is.
hooper on the team. He's the guy
He's
they
not.
send. Yo, go
He's
get
not
the go. I can get the balls to practice. Go get the
Yeah.
equipment to practice. He is the guy they just send on errands. He is not. He is no alpha for that team. And
He's
when the
not
pressure
tough
is
either,
on,
man.
he will crumble.
He's not tough like that team. His teammates are tough, but he's not tough. His teammates were tough. Josh Hart and Bronson are tough, but he's not tough. Oh, hey Malika. Hey Malika, how are you?
Malika's here. What up, Malika?
Malika's here. Josh Hart and Brunson though, they're just gonna treat him like Chubbs was saying, like the stepchild of the family. Like, you know, do what we say and just, you know, that type of wave. I was gonna ask Jay though, do you think like with the Knicks situation, like, do you think OG is gonna? You think he's gonna go to Philly or he's gonna come back? I don't even know if they have enough money. Ian Begley just tweeted out that they don't. It's unlikely that Isaiah Hartenstein comes back, so he's probably gone. But do you think like OG is coming back?
I think he's gonna go to the highest bidder.
I think Philly should snatch. Philly needs help. Philly
Sixers
needs
can
help. They need
sign
to
him.
snatch him.
That's just a better Tobias Harris. Anyhow, they trade Tobias. So OG is good.
How do you
as
think
not.
the fan base will feel about going from Tobias Harris to him with that contract?
He's better than Tobias to me.
I know,
clear
but I'm just
evidence.
asking.
He's way better than Tobias.
Is
to
there?
me.
But is he an injury concern guy? What that
He's
was
very
my-
injury prone. That's the
injury
issue.
concern.
Yeah.
That's why I don't worry about him at all. But I could see, I'm gonna tell you, I could see Detroit paying him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I could
Detroit
see
could pay
Detroit paying him. And weeks ago, I was told that Detroit interest in Clax was very real.
Oh wow.
And they were
might,
like, do
they might
not
get him.
overlook that, because Trajan Langdon is like, and I respect Trajan Langdon for this. The East is not, you can make the playoffs in the East. The
Yeah.
East is not the West.
It's not.
It's a one-team conference. It's really a one-team conference.
It is.
But how, after trading for Mikal, I mean, it does that, like you said, that signals.
That's win now. What they give up for
Yeah.
Mikal, they're trying to win now ASAP. That's
Because
desperate.
that's the thing. Would OG do a sign and trade somewhere? Or,
No, he would just outright sign.
Yeah, outright, yeah.
Signed outright, yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
he's
like,
unrestricted.
my thing is like, do you really think they're going to let him walk for nothing? Like,
That's
that's
not
why I'm
letting him.
like,
He's an unrestricted
no,
free
I know,
agent.
but if they give him what he wants, I think he wants to stay there.
I think he wants to go where he can make the most money, because he knows he's injury prone.
Yeah.
And he
But if he
does
gets
not
what he wants
deserve
from the
40
Knicks,
million.
he'll gladly stay
They
there.
don't have enough money for his criteria though, because they still have Julius Randle on that roster and he's expensive.
Well, that's why I don't think the Knicks are done either, quite honestly.
They don't have enough money for OG right now.
And
Or
let me
Isaiah.
tell you something. If they think Mikal Bridges can replace what OG and
They
Anoke can
that
do,
they could get him basically, but they would be second apron.
They'll be in the second apron. I don't know if it's worth it. Do you think it's worth it?
That's why I'm thinking. I don't think they're
they're
done.
championship contenders. It's worth it.
How much is Mitchell though? What's his contract?
He's not. He is going to sign. He's going to sign for like $50 million a season.
So no, and see, I don't. That's the thing. They're not. There's something. They're not done yet. I think they're trying to I think they're gonna. They got another move up their sleeve as well.
Yeah.
Cleveland is trying to get.
The Knicks.
Who's good.
Yeah.
That's what.
So
they're
wait, if
trying
we
to
lose
do.
Clax, who's going to be our center?
That's to be determined.
That could be a potential pick. That could be like, does that keep like? And
That's
that's
what I'm
the other
saying.
thing. But
It
the
depends
other,
what his
the other,
relationship with us is. Like, does
but the other
Clax not like it?
question that
Like
changes though
Mhm.
is, does that keep Day'Ron Sharp here too? Because he's very young. He stays in the timeline. He fits in with the young players. They got
Yo,
Clowney.
I'm not going to talk
I'm just
crazy about.
hey, I'm asking
No,
you
no.
can laugh all you want in the chat, but I got it, dude. Nobody thought Mikal Bridges was getting traded today, and here we are. So
Yo, I'm not going to
you
talk
got to
crazy
look at
about
everything.
Day'Ron, but I'm so not a fan of Day Day right now. Day Day is having a basketball camp this weekend, and the basketball camp is for 1 hour. Like literally, it's literally 1 hour. Then there's, I think he's the keynote speaker, or they're having a speaker. No, they're having a speaker, and then question and answers for that 1 hour, and it's a picture with him and something else. They charging $175 per person.
God damn.
That is not worth an
Damn.
hour. not for no fuck Day'Ron Sharp. I'm sorry. I had to say, not for no Day'Ron
Yo.
Sharp. 175 for only 1 hour.
Yo, when
175
I
per
saw,
hour.
when I
That's
saw
OD.
that, I was like, they are wild for this, man.
Try to make that extra cash on the side, man.
Yeah. I say that we draft a center, bro. I say we draft it. I don't know about like we could keep Day'Ron now, like it doesn't matter anymore. But I'm saying we rather just draft a center, right? I say we draft a center.
But that's where two things are true. While I don't disagree with you, AJ, yes, draft the center. But if the Nets get a pick in the first round and they draft Zach Edey, that guy is going to get destroyed by this fan base. Because you think
I don't
you're
want Zach
getting-
Edey.
I say that's for all of us. Zach Edey just goes.
We need
unsigned.
Khalil Ware. We need Khalil Ware, man.
Listen to me. If they draft Zach Edey, he's going to get destroyed by the fan base. But
Jay,
not
what about
only
Khalil?
that, no, AJ, I'm not talking about any of these centers because since the Nets general manager has been there, he's drafted 4 big men. Is it 4? No, 5. Jared Allen, Nick Claxton, the kid that they got now, Clowney.
Yeah.
No, it's only been 4. And they drafted, and people gonna laugh, but they played him at center. Raekwon Gray. I don't
Well, no,
want-
and there's
I don't-
another dude in there too that
Reggie,
oh god, who
Reggie
was
Perry
that?
wasn't really a center though.
I know, but didn't they fucking threw him at the 5? I
They
think
did
too.
throw him at the 5, which was nasty. That was nasty.
No,
Charles
I don't think.
I don't count him as a
think
5 pick, but they sure as fuck threw him around there randomly.
But that's why, AJ, that's why I said I don't want to talk about the centers because the only point guard that he's drafted was Marcus Zagorowski. And he wasn't really a point guard.
He was just a shooter.
Marcus Zagorowski is a short shooting guard.
Yeah.
A point guard size shooting guard. So when we talk about guys to draft tomorrow, there are point guards who are gonna fall. One of them for sure, probably being Isaiah Collier. I would do anything for us to draft that guy tomorrow. I've been talking to Tweeting about him since he was in high school. If
Isaiah,
not
yeah,
him,
I heard about him.
The kid from Pittsburgh is nice. And I don't think Dillingham is gonna slide that much, but if he does, Rob Dillingham, man. You gotta this guy has to
Dillingham
goes he's gotta get a point guard, man. Get a young point guard.
Yeah,
We can, but
question
Jay, we can get a big guard in 2025, like 2025 draft class. That's gonna be a ton of big guards in there. Like I'm talking
saying,
about
we have
6'8".
2 picks.
Well, and the other thing too, though, is if Clax does stay with us, I think you could safe to say that they probably won't draft. Maybe that takes the pressure. Like maybe that puts their attention somewhere else.
Yeah.
But do you?
It depends.
I mean,
that's what I was asking Jay. I don't know
yeah.
Clax's relationship with Shawn Marks and them. Like I don't know if he like still rocks with them or he's like, nah, fuck this, I'm out of here.
I mean, my question to that though is, if them seeing him trade Mikal, how is Clax seeing that? Is Clax happy or pissed? or doesn't care.
If you think
wants
the
to win.
fan base hated him before,
Yeah.
on a tanking team, they're gonna hate him even more, man.
He could be flexing. We're down 45.
Yeah.
Right.
Down 45, he's flexing.
Yeah, flexing, getting in
as
people's
of-
face, like fucking.
Yeah.
As of right now,
Yeah.
this and I'm saying right now because I'm also including the other moves that are going to be made.
Yeah.
This Nets team losing 50 games next. And I know.
Wait,
Look,
what did you
I
just say?
love Cam. This Nets team is definitely losing 50 games next season.
Oh, okay.
losing
I thought,
50, yeah.
I thought I heard something else.
No,
All right,
they're
good.
losing 60. They're gonna lose.
Yeah.
60.
Yeah.
Because you got to
yo,
factor
if
in
you-
if Fast and Cam
Chubbs.
Johnson 60.
Chubbs, if you told me they were losing 70, I wouldn't disagree with you, man.
Shoot, I want to win 2 games. Give me
Oh,
Cooper
dude,
Flag,
we're about
bro.
to see. Hey, we're about to see how well Shawn Marks can tank.
But
Cooper Flag, bro.
that's the part where I really want to, Cam not trying to lose, but one thing that was shown to us, and I think Doc Rivers is a funny guy. That last game of last season, when Cam was about to put a 50 spot on Philly, and Doc Rivers doubled him the entire second half. 80, I'm pretty sure he finished with 46. Yo, they not gonna let Cam get off like that. He's gonna be out there scoring by himself, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unless you.
I mean, but to be
Yeah.
fair though, too, it's like it'll be interesting to see. Like, obviously, again, we got all reserve all expectations or judgment on the final product until we see what's this all.
We
Because
gotta-
clearly changes are coming, and this is the other thing. Yes, we're trading people, but don't forget we still have to sign a lot of people.
We do.
We
Yeah.
do. So this is the other part of the equation that I've been holding. It's like, dude, there's still so much to be done, like and people to be signed. It'll be interesting to see how they approach that and what that looks like, enough to where I just hope Malika did Houston. We'll hold that question, Malika.
Yeah.
Saying we know what that looks like.
Yeah.
because
But what
he
I'm saying
signed
though is,
Trevor
how do we
Booker
know
before.
Cam does it? I mean, that's my other question then for Cam. You said Cam, wants to win, but at the same time, he's also been saying how he wants to improve and do all these other things. What does that look like with Jordy and a bunch of young guys, and say like Trendon Watford's is Bud? I would assume he's coming back. I hope he is.
If I'm Shawn Marks and Josiah, I gotta go to Cam and be like, listen, we're gonna build around you, but you're gonna just have to be patient with the process until we can get you like a Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey or some of these guys.
And I'm sorry, Cam Thomas needs that time too. He does.
Yeah, like you got to tell him for straight up, like you got to just deal with our process. We're gonna pay you, but just deal with our process and like with rebuilding. Like it's the same thing what OKC did when they got Shea. Like Shea was by himself for a minute, but the organization.
But see, that's
came
the
through,
thing. If the Nets handle the development of these young guys, like clearly that's where this is heading. We are getting a ton of young guys. If the Nets can get this right with the development and still keep Cam Thomas, and Cam Thomas is bought in and he's happy, and they develop these guys the right way, and they like that, to me, I'm excited to see what that is. And if he buys into that, like, because that's ultimately what it's going to come down to. Is he one of those guys that when it comes time for him to get out of here, he's going to be like, no, I don't want to be here. Trade me.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta be,
or is he? But that's where, I mean, but see, that's
you have to keep him, but he's only 22.
I know.
22, 23.
That's
not
why
even 25 yet.
But AJ, what do I always tell you? I have to hope and believe, even though my mind and the logic tells me things about how this team does act. On the same token, I have to be hopeful that they are finally pulled their head out of their ass and they're going to develop these guys the right way. And if you can keep Cam Thomas in that mix, like, holy shit. That, like, and I hope Cam Thomas buys into that. I hope that's what he wants to.
Yeah.
But I can also expect, I also can't sit here and say that if I were Cam Thomas, would I be thinking in the back of my head about how I felt I was treated by the organization? That he's just like, I want out of here no matter what. I don't know that. I hope that's not what he's thinking, but
If they lose Cam Thomas, like this fan base will. I swear there will be no more Shawn Marks. There's no way you can defend Shawn Marks after that.
But I mean, maybe Jay could say otherwise, but I mean, I would like to think that all these things are just better for Cam Thomas, though, and too. Like trading Mikal is the best thing you could have done for Cam Thomas.
Oh yeah, like Cam Thomas wants his own team. That's his goal. Like that's his thing.
So
he wants his team. He wants the ball in his hands. Yeah.
Well, I guess if you're trying to keep him, hopefully he's liking what you see, what you're doing.
He wants his own team. Like he likes to be built. He wants to be built around. But it's just that they have to give him his money, and then make sure you don't lose him. And like I said, you just make him you build around him. I don't know. Do you guys think we should build around Cam Thomas?
I mean, I think he should be one of the. I think he should be one of the centerpieces. But I mean, how do we know in the next couple of years they don't draft somebody that is better than Cam Thomas in the long run? I don't care whether they do that or not. Like, if Cam Thomas is here and they happen to get Cooper Flagg or whoever big guy, like more like that's even better. You know what I mean? Like, I'd feel much better giving him that contract than still having Mikal Bridges and CJ and dudes like that. Like, no, I would much rather give the money to the young. You know what I mean? Like,
if you know that you're going to lose, do you give him the contract knowing you're going to be probably not winning in 4 years? Because whoever you draft next year is going to need 2 to 3 years.
Dude, at some point though, if you're going to draft,
obviously you got to build, right? You got to pay somebody, right, to build. I get it, but just throwing that out there.
No, I agree. I mean, it's a good question. But that's the thing, though. Think about how many teams have been in the same situation with a guy that has a potential where it's, people will debate where his ceiling is, but it's still a pretty high ceiling. At some point, you have to pull the trigger on if you believe that is the guy for your organization. All the teams that have been winning championships did that to some degree. I don't think he's obviously not a Nikola Jokic type.
No, he's not. I mean, some people will say you shouldn't build around him, but I mean,
I get what you're saying. I'm just
I should definitely think you should build around him, but I'm not sold on the idea that he was the full soul centerpiece, though. You get what I'm saying?
No, he's not like Luka or Shea. He's not in that category yet.
Yeah, no, he needs to be an important part of the scoring and setup of the team.
Yeah,
but like. What's wrong with drafting somebody that winds up being better? And you just now you got a new system and you got Cam Thomas still killing it.
I think he's an all-star and he's like his ceiling is still like it still has a peak. Like he can still go crazy.
He's got.
I don't know. Like I said, he's gotta have to prove. He's got to like prove it to me and like this whole like now he's gonna have the full 90% of the time the ball in his hands and like. It's going to be on him. Everybody's going to be looking at him. So it's like...
That's a good point because even remember we said too, even about Shawn Marks, like what was the other thing that I kept saying in my head was like Shawn Marks and the Joe Site, they don't have cover this year. They did not have cover from the stars. Like, so their margin for error and the pressure of that is pretty... And you were about to potentially embark down a road of Mikal Bridges as your... Like as your star that was going to attract the stars, it was going to be everything. Like you were about to embark on that, and clearly, someone or something made you realize, like, I don't think this road is good for us. It's not going to be good financially. It's not going to be good. Like we're going to have to do all this. Like,
this is going to be, this is crazy, bro. I can't believe it still happened. I feel like I'm gonna be up all night, bro.
I mean, I don't think they'll drop anything else tonight. But Malika's question: did Houston fleece us? I think we did talk about this earlier. Did we?
It really depends. How do you view the Suns' downfall? Like, if you view the Suns, like to me, I've always been in the camp of our future, our destiny is more important. Like. So having our own picks and control of our destiny, at least until 2027, is more important to me than the Suns' downfall. Because you don't know if those Suns picks they could be fire or they could be trash. Like,
because if they're shitty and we get we got our 25 and 26 pick that turn out to be fucking studs, and then the picks that those 3 picks, and they turn
It's
out to
because
be
those
just
Suns picks might
mediocre.
be valuable because now we know that KD wants to dip. So now that we basically that KD
Yeah,
wants
but
to dip.
anything, but dude,
Yeah.
you can't tell me that they can't go on a firing sale. Like I know, I think they're stuck with a couple of those
Because
contracts.
KD's a free agent in 2026 or 2027, one of those. So
They're
he could
still
just
going to
dip.
get some, but dude, a team is still going to give him some shit for
Do you
KD.
think they're going to trade KD before
If they
he just
did.
dips before he leaves? So as I'm saying, the
dude,
downfall. Yeah.
If you catch wind that KD is dipping, yes. There's no way you get to the point of just all of a sudden KD's like, yeah, I'm not re-signing. There's no way.
Yeah. So now that we know
the
that
answer
those
is
Suns
yes.
picks could be strong. Go ahead, Jay. Go ahead, Jay.
No, the answer is yes. They fleeced us, but look, that's it's just the price that you have to pay.
But how bad did they
want a
fleece
top
though?
pick.
How bad?
We don't know that until the years to come. But it's
Well,
the price
then-
you have to. It's the price you have to pay.
But I think that then it's fair to that's going to be yet determined. I don't even think I could call it a fleece right now. I would just
No,
say
it's a fleece. It's a fleece.
wow.
Jay's right.
But this is.
I guess
but
it
this is
depends
what
on how you
expect.
look at it, though.
No, it's what
It's
what
bad.
you have to do. It's what you have to do to get that pick back. It's just
Yeah, I know.
it's just like when Daryl Morey was yelling at the Nets general manager and cursing at him, telling him don't hang up the fucking phone and treating him like a little bitch. That was the point where you say, okay, give us Tyrese Maxey. When you know a team is desperate, you have to do desperate things. And you know what? Since the Nets said we're going to go the rebuilding route, Houston saw that we were desperate and we would do anything to get back the 25 pick, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
You know how trades sometimes it seems like one team demanded that the trade be expanded to be a little bit or a lot more than what a real trade would look like. That's the Houston and Nets trade.
Yeah.
They demanded more.
Wait.
Sean let himself get boxed in because he was a dummy to hold Mikal this long. He should have done it back when Houston first called, or at least he wouldn't have to do too much to get his picks back. You know what I'm saying? He waited too long. So he boxed himself in because he got the Knicks picks, but now since you're giving them to Mikal, Houston's like, okay, we're not getting Mikal. You got to give us something valuable. And he had to give him.
To be fair, though, if we draft those
25.
guys you were talking about for 25, 26, say we get those bangers in 25 and 26.
Yeah.
Is that really a fleece?
No, it's not. If we get Cooper Flag and one of the Boozer twins or Cam Boozer, it's not a fleece. It's not a fleece.
So I'm just saying, like, for me, it's kind of like, I feel like this is one of those trades where it's like you got back, like you have a potential to get. Yes, I know you're getting your own picks back from a dumb trade, but
yeah,
and I guess you could just say from that it's a fleece. But
I would add to why I think it's a fleece. And look, people gonna feel some kind of way when I say this, but I don't care. I for the longest of times have felt that the NBA is rigged and that they do some nefarious things for certain teams. I think the publicity that Joe Tsai has had around this team for the last few years, that I don't care what our record is next season, they not gonna let us get the number one pick.
You think so?
It's the way the NBA works. When you do good business with the NBA, they take care of you. Case in point, you think San Antonio deserved to get Wemby?
No,
they didn't. They were not supposed to get the number one pick, but San Antonio has been a model organization, so they sent him to the organization that deserved it.
Is this NBA a theory, Jay? Is this a theory?
No, yeah, it's a conspiracy theory.
Okay, fair. All right, I will go.
I do buy into the first round.
I don't know how much
I do buy into I don't think like the whole thing is rigged, but I think the number one pick is like I feel like they do something with that
for sure.
They definitely
that's the part I'm talking about.
Yeah,
But
the
hey,
number
look,
one.
look how
the number one
bad
pick
look
for
how
sure.
bad
I
the
think
Pistons
it's
are getting
Red.
absolutely destroyed right now. They are paying for this bad.
Yeah,
No,
the
well,
Pistons
but
are
okay,
too.
okay. So I'll go to as far as say is like I've definitely in my many years of watching basketball definitely seen the league medal, and you could tell like, okay, yeah, how does that work? But I wouldn't. I don't know. The part that you lose me on the conspiracy theory is that like, Rage, you're about to say that the Pistons are being punished by the NBA, or just they are really shitty
It
at
just
their
seems
jobs.
it just seems like it. Like they
That's where you guys lose
how do
me.
you just are so good at losing games and you're just so good at getting the 5th overall pick?
Okay,
Yeah.
Saint, and I'm not. I agree with Ray. Saint,
No, I
I'm
am.
gonna
I'm
give
just
you.
giving you my like. I agree,
No,
and
no,
I
but
yeah.
I'm gonna give you another way that I knew the NBA did some nefarious things. I haven't really paid attention to it, I'll say, for the last few years. Do you know the NBA used to, I don't know if they still do, they used to have the referee wearing an earpiece during the game.
Yeah,
What the hell does the referee need an earpiece for?
earpiece for yeah.
Why
I
does he
mean,
need an
the only
earpiece for?
argument you
If
could
he's
make is if
watching what?
well, just saying the only argument you could make for that is if you were, and this is the part where I've always felt like it should be happening, is the league should have referees in the truck and instantly be like, "Yo, you got that call wrong, change it." Like, and that's the only thing that I could ever like. I've
So
always
Saint,
thought.
that would be something nefarious that they're doing because they should not be communicating with referees during the game.
No, hear me out. If you made a system where you had another referee that was part of the game, you changed the system where you have one guy that is a referee, but he specializes in dealing with the computer, all that shit, and he's also if it's about getting the right call, it's the same principle of us stopping the game with a coach's challenge, where it's like if we're so concerned about getting the call right, I'm saying that is one option you could do, where you have it's a new rule where you do have this live. He's also technically on the court. He's just watching, but he's there to back up his guys and say, "Hey, no." Because what do they do during the game all the time? Do they point to the other guys? What's wrong with having that guy eye in the sky that gives you? That's the only exception I could think of.
Hey, and it's a good exception to think of, but they don't have that in place. So
That would
there's
be
no
well.
reason
What was the
for a
answer? What was the
referee.
reason given?
They never gave a reason because they don't have to tell the public why. I would see referees with earpieces and be like, nah, and they got a little pack on their waist, like above their behind, and it would look crazy. What do you need that for? If the man is judging live action in front of him, or man or woman, because they're men and women now. If the person is judging the live action in front of them, they don't need anything extra on their person.
Yeah, no, I get that.
And they still, matter of fact, they still have stuff on them.
Maybe my
right now.
comment is more of like you could streamline and make the system to be so much better. But anyways,
Okay. Well,
Yo,
I would be,
Jake Fisher said that we're most likely keeping Nick Claxton, but that's what I don't know. That's what he
I
just
mean,
put out in his article.
I don't.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah. He
does
said
it,
they're,
well,
he
that
said they're
was the
most
other
likely to
question.
keep him. He didn't say they are, but he said they're most likely to keep Nick Claxton.
But how
yo,
much do you think the
whatever
fashion of New York is a pull for Clax to want to
Oh,
switch?
of course. It's New York is a very good pool. I mean,
I'm just asking. I'm asking questions. I mean,
Hey, have y'all talked about the tattoo?
yeah, you got
oh
Punk
nah.
on his like.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, what I have a ton of tattoos, so I think it's cool.
No, hey, I
that shit don't
never said
bother me.
never said hey, but it
What
shows
does it
you
say?
shows you what
It
type of
says
guy Nick
Punk.
Claxton
He got Punk on the
It says
inner
Punk.
part of his fucking. It's a very Claxton thing. I gotta give it to him.
Claxton's
Punk?
so emo.
Yeah, it says
So-
Punk in
Yeah,
his inner
PUNK
part of his.
on under part of his bottom lip.
Okay.
Have you seen his outfits? I get it.
Tough ass
I'm
emo.
saying it's
This
Tough
girl's a
ass.
I
model
bet you
too. She's on New
Chubbs-
York. I think she's a model. So
Chubbs,
New
there
York
might
helps, too.
still be a model, unless AJ erased it. There might be a model picture of Claxton in the.
Nah, there's no. Oh yeah, no. It
There's
wasn't
a
a model
picture
pic.
file.
It was like a. I forgot.
I
what you
remember
had
all
it
the
there.
Claxton. I put me and Rage put all his head on it. Remember Rage when we did that?
Okay,
I have
so
that.
okay, so speaking of everything crazy, so I managed So back when we signed LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin, we had a stream, right, where I had a goat on Shawn Marks' head. Is it time to bring it back?
No.
You can
Not
play
yet.
it.
No, not yet.
Let
Rage.
the baby go.
Wait, you gotta wait. We gotta
Hey,
wait.
this is what I want to hear. This is what I hear. What's up? Talk.
We've got to, and we've got to wait until till we see what the product is to start the season before I ultimately am like Shawn Marks. You have done something magical. You're earning your way back. I don't know. Like I need more. This is a good start. Like right now, you chose a lane. Thank you for doing that. A little late, but you did it finally. You attempted to get our future back, whether it's a fleece or not. You at least gave us an opportunity to now draft our own pick for 25 and 26. You were able to get a shitload back for Mikal Bridges. Yeah, you fucked up, but the Knicks. But I need more. This is a good start.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta see what he does with the DFS. Once we do the DFS deal or the CJ deal, I gotta see how he does that.
I don't see how anybody could I'm sure this was touched upon, but the Knicks are just, oh my gosh, the pure hatred for them and Mikal Bridges is oh my.
Oh yeah,
God.
This just ratcheted up that battle.
My. Hey, and all I know is that I am going to be watching Cam Thomas versus Knicks highlight. I remember exactly where I was. That was a beautiful day in history. Yeah. We literally, we were doing a Twitter Spaces that day. I remember we did a halftime Twitter Spaces. We were getting destroyed, and that rookie Cam Thomas with nobody did that.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun, watching Cam cook. He's gonna have complete control. Let me read a little bit. Somebody said class thinks he's trippy red. Shout out to AK. Shout out to Keith. He said the boys are up late. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's been a minute since
this is a monumental shift for the franchise.
And
the
reason why I'm just I don't know. Obviously, I need to sleep on this, and this all takes a lot to process, and there's still moves to be made. But it's so encouraging given the fact that you obviously were able to get all of this back, but you still have a bunch of pieces on your team that can be moved for valuable assets. You could how ironic would it be if Ben Simmons had a breakout year next year?
Oh yeah, this is the part I think I don't know if you were here for, but we went through that thought process of do you trade him? What is his value versus now we're hey, what's the possibility if that by the trade deadline he's actually been healthy that whole time and he's been looking good, right? Does a team at the deadline say, yo, fuck it, let's get Ben Simmons?
And then take
a chance. And then what it caught, and then it doesn't really, and who knows, maybe you get something out of it opposed to you know what I'm saying? Because I just think right now you can't, I don't know. I just don't see Ben Simmons. I'd be shocked if Ben Simmons is somehow moved and it is a positive for us and it somehow is a great deal. I'll be utterly blown. That's more shocking to me than the Mikal Bridges.
And I also don't know if you guys touched on this, but Jordy Fernandez. Now we get to see we can see what he does in the Olympics. This is going to be great. This is the exact type of team I think Jordy Fernandez can bring together. This is all logical. This isn't even speaking off of emotion. This guy
has no more pressure.
Has had the best resume out of any coach we've hired recently.
This move takes the pressure off of everybody.
Yeah.
That's the thing about it.
At the end of the day, coach. Yeah. You were a boring, directionless franchise last year, and you still lost 50 games. We were a team with a bunch of players who shouldn't have been there.
Well, I mean, there's still pressure to get it right, but I think it also. But when I say that, I think it more specific. It just I think it balances out the expectations between the fan base, the organization. It's been clear for a very while that the fan bases have been extremely split on which way it should go. But I think more people lean towards the rebuild. But it's it just we were even talking before. It takes the pressure off of Ben. Takes the pressure off of some of the players there. Now you don't have to worry about fucking Mikal Bridges and CJ and. But don't forget, Rage. Don't forget, Rage too.
And do what he was doing. All right, like
don't forget, Rage. We still have to sign probably like 7 or 8 players, right? Like depending on how many we redraft to, like we still have to sign a handful of players.
But there's also so many players you can get off of too. Like there's so many. It's so we are actually excited. Like there's so many exciting things. Like this is gonna be. I mean, I can't like obviously. I'm sure you guys heard when I was just rambling about Mikal Bridges, but like that instant moment, like it was just I literally I didn't even see it until 46 minutes later. I wasn't on my phone, but I looked at my phone because I had some family stuff going on, right? I looked at my phone after I closed the door from the front door, and I had to drive home, and I was like screaming, like I couldn't believe it. Like,
to be fair, we didn't hear a fucking word you said. AJ's the only one, but we heard the energy because all we heard on the other end was like,
oh, so it's just I mean, with all of the time I know like it sucks, but we just lost 50 games. How much more boring can you get? Now we can actually watch development. We were just watching a shit show. I never watched a more boring team in my life. I promise you I haven't. I've never been more depressed watching an NBA team in my life.
Yeah. I agree. No, I agree 100%.
I wanna add something to the conversation from what y'all were talking about though. I just did the math and I was going through Bobby Marks' tweets to help me do the math. AJ, you're gonna love this. The Brooklyn Nets have 3 picks in next year's draft. They got 3 first-round picks. Well, excuse me, 3 first-round picks in next year's draft. We got our own pick.
Yep.
We got the X unprotected pick. And we have
Suns?
Milwaukee's pick, as long as it's from 5 to 30. As long as they don't have a top 4 pick, we have Milwaukee's pick also.
What about the Suns pick? Do we still have that?
The Suns pick? We traded that to Houston.
Oh.
So now Houston and the Suns, they have a swap between each other.
Okay.
They have a swap that they can do. But even still, I am actively rooting for Milwaukee's downfall next season.
Yeah.
And the X. Well, I'm always rooting for the X downfall.
Me too. I'm always rooting for the
And you got to think not only have
obviously
we
we
had a
we still have those.
Who?
We got Philly's picks as well, so we gotta root for their downfall as well.
I mean, that's top 8 protected 2027. Right? Yeah.
About a couple hours ago, Scoop said in addition to the Rockets, he said Dallas and Chicago also have a level of interest in Kevin Durant.
Chicago?
Whoa.
Chicago's also.
Wait, he said Dallas?
Dallas.
He said, this is what he said. Scoop said, in addition to the Rockets, Dallas, and Chicago, and he's saying, and Chicago also.
You think KD requests?
Dallas. My gosh.
Dallas has no picks. They can't do it.
Yeah.
KD's a free agent in 2026, though, no? They got to trade him soon. It's either they keep him and try to go down with the ship or they, trade him.
I think, Dallas should have at least 3 picks.
They do. I think they do.
They got 2025. What else do they got?
No, because picks open up at draft time. Usually 2 picks open up at draft time.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe they can put it off then.
Even still, if I don't think Phoenix will go that way, Dallas could offer them Derek Lively. They could offer them. They could offer some young players, but I wouldn't offer anything for him. But
Hey, speaking of KD, Yossi, who we do respect, right? The guy that breaks down shit.
I gotta tell him to come up on our stream tomorrow.
Yeah. He tweeted about 2 hours ago. He said the Brooklyn Nets got 4 unprotected first-round picks for Kevin Durant, as well as another player in Mikal Bridges. They were able to flip for an additional 4 unprotected first-round picks. That KD trade was a generational haul. So that would say he would give the Nets general manager an A+. It seems like. Do we agree?
How much?
Yeah.
How much?
He flipped Mikal for something crazy. He did flip Mikal for crazy.
Think about how much.
I mean, when you put it in those terms, That's a lot, dude.
How much money are we gonna like? Oh my good, you're gonna be able to control your future and have a bunch of picks. And not only that, you got to think now. Obviously, like the Knicks thing, but now we have their picks too. We have their picks too. Like it's all out war. Like just hoping that they lose because there's not obviously we can't beat them. And there's nothing we can do.
No, well, I will
I
agree
did.
that at how this and there's a lot to it, but on the flip side, like what Jay had said before, where I feel like there is like things to be said when also giving the praise, but there's a part of this there where it's like, okay, dude, you've gotten this haul back, you've been able to flip, you've been able to do this. Just stay the course, please. Do not. Can we not do this again? Can we actually do this the right way this time? Can we please do our best to try to draft the best players? Can we not think that, oh, fuck, this guy, because like in the middle of this, what if all of a sudden Luke is like, I want to go to Brooklyn, and then the Nets just fucking destroy everything again and go like, all I'm asking is just that if you're ever put in, because clearly you're going to become, and this will be yet to be seen, but it's like there is a potential here where the Nets do become a very attractive destination once again. And you got all these young guys, and say we draft right, we get one or two of those good guys. Like, and that's the big question is how long do you let these guys cook? And then you're clearly going to have to add potentially someone.
I'm about to play. I got Woj's.
Are we gonna fuck it up again? That's what I hope not. But what are you playing?
Woj's. This is Shawn Marks talking because this is Woj.
Broke this story and he joins us now on SportsCenter. They really do love those Villanova guys with the Knicks. Woj, how did this come about for New York?
Stan, the Knicks were determined to acquire Mikal Bridges, and they have been gathering up draft assets for years to get into the position to overwhelm somebody with an offer for a player they very much wanted. They didn't do it with Donovan Mitchell 2 years ago, but they did it today for Mikal Bridges. And what the Knicks are doing is trying to load up on big-time two-way wing players to take on the NBA champion Boston Celtics.
Yeah, it's like 5-minute video too.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Something I want to say real quick is that one of the reasons why, and Sam mentioned this earlier, why the fan base was so split is because it became so hard to move on from the Big Three era, the Durant, Irving era, because it seemed like this front office was just so attached to that era. Because when you traded Kevin Durant, probably the most talented player in franchise history, for Mikal Bridges, it had to mean something more than it was, which is why I felt like they held on to him for so long. And fans just couldn't move on from that. We could never stop talking about the stars or trying to compete for championships. Marks should be fired, all that stuff, because we were so caught up in the past. And now we could finally move on. Like, Mikal is gone. Cam Johnson is probably also gone. All these players that were a part of that iteration of the team, they're probably gone. They'll be replaced with young players, draft picks, and we can just finally move on to the next era and really forget about it.
That's what I was saying earlier too. I 100% agree, Cyber. That's what I was saying earlier. Like this move and this picking a lane finally, and thank God I'm glad. I think it was the right one. But that's what I was saying earlier. Like this just kills so many conversations, right? And that's what spawned my conspiracy theory that this is eventually going to be what breaks the curse of how we got into the NBA, and those Knicks picks we're gonna live off them. That's my dream. But I agree with you 100%, dude. Like this just kills. Like it feels like it kind of you get that new beginning and new start that people wanted last season, right? And I don't. Maybe I think we could have gotten it, but I think the ownership and the GM were just like fucking shell shocked straight up. Like they had to have had PTSD after that run. Like, and it just, that's the part that sucked, is that you saw where you could have capitalized on the value of these other players when you immediately got them. that's the part that irritated me. And thank God it's like finally, okay, fine, you're making it right to some degree, but you're 100% right, is that it helps just add to killing dumb conversations, things that needed people stop arguing about, shit like that. Like that is true. Because there were people that you're definitely up into the end, even in this offseason, are still arguing and complaining about KD and Kyrie and how the organization handled it. It's like, and they never let up. It's like, all right, come on. Like at some point we got to move.
Saint, I understand in defense of those guys. Like, I get it, because as long as the guy who made those decisions is in charge and running this team, like, I understand, and just not moving on. Like now it's different, because now it's like, okay, the organization. The reason why the fans can't move on is because the organization don't want to move on, and now we are.
No, but you have to. I mean, to some degree, it's like, at what point though? The past is the past. I understand it's there, and you learn from it, but at the same time, it's like it literally can't be the same conversation every time. Like we've got to be able to see. There are other aspects of, like, even though there's these negative sides to Shawn Marks and what he's done, there's also a very positive side of some things that have to be acknowledged now. And it's like, that's why I'm agreeing with, like, it's time to, thank God we can move past that shit. Like, I have no desire to talk about that same shit over and over and over again. It's like, now we have a clean slate where we can talk about young players developing, get into crazy deep dives now in college players, get excited for potential, like, star changing players, like in the next 2 seasons, like, and God knows what else we potentially trade or maybe luck into. That's where I'm like, thank God at least this is heading in that direction to some degree. But
it just, and you said it best, like, we don't have to argue about whether or not we should rebuild. We don't have to argue about Houston. We don't have to argue about Cam Thomas.
No.
We don't have to argue about the coach, because Fernandez seems like he's set. Like,
we don't have to argue about CJ or Mikal anymore.
Yeah.
We don't have to argue.
All those Twitter spaces were worth it, Saint.
Hell yeah!
At this point.
But I'm just saying, like, thank God it's like a refresh. That's why I feel like this is also why it needed to happen. And 90%, most of us here, we're all hoping it happened a lot earlier than it did. But
and honestly, we don't even have to argue if the GM should be fired anymore. Like, Shawn has, like, won me over now. Like,
he hasn't won me. I'm holding. I said this earlier, and maybe this will change your mind. I'm holding like full on judgment until I see what is on this court this season and what he's done with the remainder of the moves.
Okay.
If he goes down the route that I think, like, that I hope he's going down, right now he's had a decent start for me. Okay.
Yeah.
If he gets to that other side of the thing, then I think it's fair to, like, really say, like, hey, did he learn his lessons? And, like, hey, I don't agree with his methods, how we got here. But for whatever reason, he's learned a lesson. The team's learned a lesson in the direction you're going now. And let's be honest too. Part of that judgment is, how does Jordy work out? So yeah, you may put a good team, like, we all may think these are good guys, but I also got to see what this team is going to look like under a completely new NBA head coach, even though he has a shit ton of experience and we feel relatively decent about him. There's still that level of judgment.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, we did give a lot for. I just looked at the shout out to Pete. Thank you for that. We did give a lot of Suns pick up. Damn, I didn't know we gave up that many Suns picks.
You gave up 2 picks, and then potentially either Dallas or Suns.
1, 2. Why am I counting 1, 2, 3?
Should just be a potential of 3 from the Suns in this trade, correct?
I see 2029.
Unless there's more added that we didn't see.
They gave us back. It's missing a pick that we should have that they didn't give us, because it's the Phoenix pick next year. I think it is a swap, and they just said that we acquired it. It should say that we got our pick back.
Didn't we get a 2025?
We got 25 and 26 back.
Don't we have a 2028 Phoenix pick?
That's a pick swap. It's a pick swap.
It's a pick swap? So that's the only one we have left.
I think so,
from the Suns trade.
Or it depends. because that third pick that we gave to Houston is either going to be a Dallas or a Phoenix pick. It is yet to be decided.
They get the best one.
Yeah.
So if that pick ends up being number one, the Houston will get it. And then we get like whatever pick that's left over, like the 10th pick or whatever.
Oh, okay, I see.
So
I got one last question.
That's why it's not too. I'm not like that one has a potential to either go really good or really bad. But what's up, Rage?
Have you guys talked about Trendon Watford?
A little bit. I think I would like to see him back, and there's
we should bring him back.
And there's no reason he shouldn't be back now.
Now it just makes sense. This is honestly like we could talk about him like it makes sense now because obviously he's just restricted and he's younger, but this is a guy that could definitely make it he can help make a difference next year with just the way he plays and if he's actually given consistent time.
Well, and guess what? He's a friend of Cam Thomas, and guess what? That to me is a much smarter. Hey, we're also going to keep him around because him and Cam are buds. Like,
yeah, they're LSU.
That's a much better keep around to me than that guy showed more heart than CJ did since we like. Well, I won't.
Wait, who?
Watford.
Oh, Watford. Yeah.
The heart that he showed last year, like he had his games where he wasn't fantastic, but the hustle.
I would love to bring him back. He's young too. He's very young too.
We have solid young guys. Like obviously, we still have.
I mean, I don't want to be too good though.
We're still. It's still interesting to see what happens with Dariq Whitehead. It's so crazy to think that this guy is still 19. I mean, obviously you have Clowney, but like, it's so intriguing to see how we go about things. Also, did you guys talk about like a Nick Claxton replacement? Because we were talking about Khalil Ware, and I genuinely think that would be a great replacement if Claxton does leave.
That's what I'm saying. Shawn has to draft a center.
Tomorrow
he has to draft a center. In my opinion.
I want people to. I'm telling you guys.
I mean, Jake Fisher is saying Claxton's coming back, but we still don't know. That's not for certain.
If Claxton doesn't come back, I'd look into Khalil Ware for sure. It's just. I think there's high upside with the guy. I do the research. I've looked up. I've seen a little bit. And
are you keeping Dayron?
He's intriguing for sure. Obviously, and think about it. We could still make a Grizzlies trade.
I mean, are you still going to keep or move Dayron? Because Dayron's going to be restricted next year.
If it gets us pick number 9, I'm doing it in a heartbeat.
Oh, if you mean if Dayron can get you a bigger, like a big pick, like a number 9?
Yes, because if you're able to draft Cody Williams and you're able to, I wouldn't even know what I would do.
So can I throw this out there to y'all? How will y'all approach a DFS trade?
What was that?
Trade him. Try it. I don't care. See what's up with Milwaukee. I think they'll move off that 23. I think he makes sense for them, and I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense for both sides. Obviously, yeah, we're helping them out, I guess, but they're also helping us out because we're able to draft somebody as well, and we're preparing for the future. We shouldn't care about what teams are doing right now. It just matters what we're doing right now. That's it. That's all that matters. We're going. Obviously, we're gonna have a tough year next year, but it's just a matter of how players develop. It's much different watching a 50-loss or 50-loss team that actually has developing players rather than a 50-loss team that has like solid players on it. It's like weird.
Yo, Jay, do you think we can move into the top 20 with the Dorian Finney-Smith trade or no?
I don't even trust this. Jay still there? I don't know. He might be. I think he's muted. But there was the trade that we were talking about yesterday was actually we dropped the video today. It was Dorian going to Memphis, and then you combining that with Dayron and some protected picks to get that number 9. But I don't know if they want to reach that high. I think they still want to get in the 20s.
Nobody's doing that, please.
I don't think they want to reach that high. I think they want to get something in the 20s. So if you can combine DFS with something else, maybe like a sweetener. But I feel like Milwaukee would take Dorian straight up. I don't know if that's how the salary would match, but
you also got to consider. You got to consider
they can't add salary.
the tax.
They're trying to
the
cut
apron.
salary.
Oh, they're trying to dump salary. Damn.
Yeah, because they have a big three who are being paid like a big three.
Then what about the Lakers? We can give
No,
Durant to the
but-
Lakers.
Yeah, why would they want him?
Because
The
they have
Lakers-
they
the
have
Lakers
those
are-
like false hopes of contending.
No, but they want to get a player who they want to get a superstar.
Trae Young.
Oh, I see.
Trae Young.
I mean, then what's left? The Mavs. Who's in that late 20s?
Jake Fisher is now saying Mikal Bridges didn't request a trade to New York, but after the Nets gave teams like Houston and Utah a growing sense Brooklyn would move Bridges, the Knicks made an offer the Nets couldn't refuse.
Ooh.
I'm totally the bidding war, but bidding war
How
we
you do it?
posted
That's
last
how
night.
you do it.
I
The
mean,
bidding war,
if
man.
that is true, haven't we
No.
been saying? But I'm just
Nope.
that's what Jake Fisher dropped. But what were you
No,
saying, Jay?
He's saying that because that's McCone doing damage control.
Troll, yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah.
He
I
always
believe
has
Mikal
to be a
requested.
good guy.
Yeah, he pulled a bitch out of it.
I think Mikal requested, but
He definitely requested.
He's
Yeah.
been
Crazy
wanting
how
to
it does
move.
work out
I
for both
mean-
of us, though, for both the Knicks and us. You know,
I'll always say this: there's a little bit of truth in a lot of things. I'm pretty sure because let's be honest. If you look at some of those interactions he's had with the Knicks players at certain times, or just the way he was talking towards the end of the season, dude did not want to be here anymore.
yeah,
The fan base completely turned on him. He
Facts.
was not having any fun. I think that, like I said, that last Knicks game, how he went right to them, didn't
Yeah.
even acknowledge his own team. That right there was like,
Bro, he put more energy into walking across to talk to his former
yeah,
teammates.
so
than-
to me, that is like, I'm pretty
That's
sure
Yeah.
his camp and other people were like, yeah, we don't like this.
Minnesota, like these are the Nets. It says the Nets are interested in Minnesota at number 27. Utah Jazz have the number 29, and Boston with number 30. So those are like teams like. what
That's
about those
probably where
teams?
we're going to wind up, dude. We're probably going to wind up in the lower part of the first round, very low.
The problem
is-
is all the teams that would want Dorian Finney-Smith are also apron teams that really are going to have a hard time trading for him.
So what do you? Damn.
I
You can move Dayron then. I guess if you want to get in his job, you can move. How much value does Dayron have?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Mhm.
To rate them in value if they're getting traded, DFS or Cam Johnson, who goes one?
Cam Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then we're going DFS too.
yeah. But the
Okay,
thing with
well-
CJ is his contract's expensive too. A little. Well, not expensive.
Well,
but,
no, I still think a team will take him with his contract very easily. But
yeah, he can get traded,
Um,
but it depends what team, like the apron teams.
yeah, but DFS, and then you throw in, we've heard Schroeder could be gone.
Right.
Dayron Sharp's been floated.
obviously there's still Bogdanovich on our team.
Yeah, like
Oh yeah,
he's
get him out of
probably
here.
like, but that's the thing, is I don't think another team's gonna pick him up unless we do the fucking dump his contract. And
No, that's why. No, but that goes to what Rage was just talking about. Another team would pick him up who's up against the apron
Mhm.
because they would just cut him.
yeah, true, that's true.
Yeah,
We could do that is a possibility if Marks works that correctly. That's correct. So I mean, that's the other. I'm curious because I don't think we're gonna even sniff the type of deals that we just got from Macau. I don't know if Marks is like fully feeling himself, but
Do you guys think
Oh, the Nets just tweeted it.
what?
tweet what?
The Nets tweeted everything. So they said the Brooklyn
Oh,
Nets have
wow.
acquired their 2025 first round draft pick, negating a previously agreed to swap and their first round pick in 2026 from the Houston Rockets in exchange for a 2025 first round pick swap, Houston/Oklahoma City for Phoenix. The Phoenix Suns' 2027 first round picks and the rights to two of the most favorable of the Dallas, Phoenix, and Houston first round picks in 2029. Brooklyn retains the least favorable of Dallas, Houston, and Phoenix's first round draft picks in 2029.
All right, I need to reread that.
Okay,
Damn,
I
that's
understand.
mad. Yo, they typed in everything.
Oh wait, that means
Um,
we gave up. That means we gave up 4 first for R2.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah, that second part, it went
Yeah,
from
Houston fleeced
1
us. They
and
did.
the
They did fleece
rights
us.
to 2 of the most favorable. That
Yo,
was the
AJ,
Back to what
missing
you put up
part.
Malika
that
said.
picture I
Oh,
sent you?
Houston
Fleeced.
fleeced us. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
now that completely changes me to fleece.
Yeah.
I said,
That's
Now
what I
that
was trying to say.
Jay, you weren't giving all that information just
no,
like
I
that.
didn't. No, I didn't. It wasn't that clear, but I knew we didn't do 2 for 2. I
Yeah,
knew we did
well,
not do 2 for 2.
okay, now that
I
it's
thought it was 2 for 2.
clarified,
That's why I was like, we didn't get
You
fleeced, but
did?
it wasn't
No,
2 for
man.
2.
That's why when y'all was going back and forth, I interrupted and said we got fleeced.
Yeah.
Hey, it's that
and
means
then, dude,
But we got our destiny back. We got our destiny back. What's
I
more?
love-
What do you
I
value
love-
more though? What do you value more? Our picks for
Wait,
2025 and
guys,
2026, or
guys.
the Suns picks?
Wait, we get another pick.
Yeah.
Reread that first part. So 2025, that Phoenix pick that we gave up is a pick swap. So we're getting a pick from Houston. We're getting our pick, and we're getting a pick from Houston or OKC, if I'm reading that correctly.
Here, let me read it. The Brooklyn Nets
2025.
have acquired their 25 first-round draft pick, negating a previously agreed to swap. Okay, so we're getting that back. That's 1, correct?
Yeah.
And their first-round pick in 26. That's 2 from the Houston Rockets in exchange for a 25 first-round pick swap. No,
So-
I think that's just 2.
Well,
Wait.
Hank, check your
26.
phone.
No, you're right. From the Rockets in exchange for, yeah. So we are in exchange for a 24 swap. Houston, Oakland.
Yeah, we overpaid. We overpaid to get our picks back. We did.
No, but are we reading that right? We did get a 3rd pick. I think he's
We got
got a point
25
here.
and 26. We gave up a swap. And let me see what else it said over here. 1 second.
Wait, from the Rocket exchange.
If we gave up 4 for our 2, that's a fleece, no?
I think we got 3 though. I think we get a swap. Another
Just the
pick
way
from
it's
that.
worded, it's kind of confusing.
It
Hold
looks
on a
like
second.
4, but it's not 4. It's a swap.
Oh, okay.
I think one of them. I think it's like 3 and a swap, if I'm reading it correctly. And we got back 6, 26, and 25.
No, we also got another 25, and we gave up 2 and 29.
How do we get two 25s?
We didn't get 2. We didn't get 2 from the Rockets. We got 1 from the Rockets.
No, we got 2 because remember it was a swap. Because we get our 20 because 25 was a swap to begin with, so we get ours back, and then we get 1 of either. We gave up Phoenix, but we get 1 of either Rockets or we get 1 of from OKC. I think.
But even that second pick though, it says the Brooklyn Nets have acquired their first and their first, yeah. And
it says from the Houston Rockets in exchange for a
I don't think he
first-round
put
pick swap.
I don't think he should have put that comma there. That kind of reads weird. Like and their first round 2026 from the Houston Rockets in exchange for a 2020 pick swap.
Billy said we still have our 2027.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Philly. Never mind. Yeah, we don't have any Suns picks left. Oh wait, 2029 least favorable. So we only have the 2029 Phoenix least favorable one between us and
Well, we seem to have our eyes on contending in 4 years.
So it is what it is. It really depends what you value. Do you value the Suns picks more, or do you value what picks do you think are our 2 picks?
I think ultimately this might be another move that you just have to make. This is just another move you have to make. I think if you're Shawn Marks, you had to do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe he could have negotiated a little bit better, but like this still kind of saved his ass, even if he did get fleeced. Him being able to retain our picks back and being able to retain or being able to get 5 firsts from the Knicks, even if they're not great, you're still able to get a lot of, like, you can do stuff with that. And then you still have other guys. It makes sense for us right now.
Yeah.
It makes sense because you got to think if we move off these people the way we should, if we develop our guys the way we should, we trade into this draft and these guys actually turn out. What if Dariq Whitehead turns out? You never know. We never know. I'm obviously like, this is just hypotheticals, but there are positive things from these hypotheticals. Obviously, there's negative things that could happen too. Obviously, we could end up dudding out these trades. We could not develop like we hope. We could end up falling in the lottery. Things can happen. Obviously, this cannot turn out. But I think just in terms of everything and what we've seen from Shawn Marks, at least from his entire tenure, I think being able to go in a direction like this is a positive in the very least.
I agree, but I just read something with the thing that Pete sent me. If you read if I'm reading this correctly, we gave Houston acquires 2025 first round pick, Houston right to swap, Houston OKC 25 for the 25. So
Yeah,
if they don't swap, that means we keep the 2025 Phoenix pick, correct?
If their pick is worse than the Phoenix pick, yes.
Yeah, that's our first, like, hey, if it works out, we're still keeping a pick, so that works. That has a potential.
The Nets are going to have 4 first-round picks next year.
Yeah,
I think it's 3.
No, 4. Ours, the
Woj
Knicks, the Bucks, and then we're going to have either the Suns, Houston, or OKC. We're having one of those picks.
So it's split between us 3.
So
yeah.
Whereas I get the amount of picks it looks like, but it's like we still are.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, it is. But it sounds like. But then if we think about it, we only gave them the 2027 Phoenix pick. They have the choice between the Dallas and favorable 29, which means then.
Yeah, in essence, those picks don't matter.
In essence, we have a potential to keep 2 of those picks.
Yeah, we do. We have a hole, and then.
So it's not that bad to me. Actually.
It's just that.
And just think about the other picks you got, though. Like, you can just add more picks. Like, this is just you could realistically stack and just think what you could do with all of these picks. It makes it much easier to trade for a star, and you're also able to move up in the draft if you want. In some drafts that have talent, you could do that, and you'll have so much money. You could sign somebody if you want, or you could just get solid guys, sign solid role players, draft your stars, but sign your guys that are really going to contribute to the all-around team. Most of these guys that are the supporting cast tend to not be drafted for these championship teams. It's the superstars that are drafted, but they acquire through either trade or free agency these solid guys that you're able to obtain with picks or with money that you have.
It depends on the team, though, who's drafting. Like the Heat are so good at fucking finding those guys that you're talking about. Like it really
just tweeted.
But hold on a second. If I'm reading this correctly, we're really only giving them an outright 1 pick, and it has a potential that's all they could be getting. Am I reading that right, Pete? But you sent me that Houston thing. It's like the 2027 is outright they're getting, but then the other 2 picks, because I'm only seeing 3 here, right?
Yeah, I think
3 to 2.
It's something like that. I'm still trying to still trying to get it together myself.
Yeah, so there's a potential.
It's gonna be hard.
I know. Okay, so if the way I'm understanding it right now, they get 1 pick guaranteed. And the rest of the picks may not pay out for them.
The rest are swaps, yes.
Well, they have
if that's the case, I know, but if that could still work in our favor. So essentially,
at least we didn't give them the unprotected.
You just gave them only 1 pick at one of those Phoenix picks that potentially. This to me is not that bad at all. Like when I look at the haul, I look at the Knicks trade, and then I look at this. I'm happy.
Basically, they took off the swap for 25, and we got 26 back. That's how you look at it on our end.
Yeah.
So
But the
that
stuff
one
that went out is really not that damaging to me. I'm sorry. It's
Cypher,
just
that
not.
one where we split it with Houston and was it OKC or who was
Yeah.
it, that third
OKC.
team? How do we get that pick? Like what happens?
We
Like
get
what are
the
the
worst
protections
one.
on that?
Okay,
Oh,
so
we
the
get the
way
worst.
so okay, this is a little complicated because
Mhm.
okay, so OKC and Houston from the Westbrook trade,
Yeah.
Westbrook Chris Paul trade, they have a top 10 protected pick swap,
Okay.
and then we have. This is where it gets confusing. We have Houston gave us a pick swap with Phoenix, the pick that we own.
Yeah.
Well, not anymore. It's a swap now. So if the only way this kind of works out in our favor is if Houston and Phoenix are both bottom 10 teams next year, we're gonna get a top 10 pick.
This is from Real GM.
So if Houston and Phoenix are bad teams.
Yeah.
But let me ask
that's
you
most
this
likely
though.
not
But,
going to happen though.
No.
but let me
more,
ask you this though. We're still, even if we're still walking away with we're walking away with a pick from something, correct? The other two.
Worst case scenario, we're getting OKC's pick next year.
Yeah.
Oh well, and then what about the next swap one? Isn't it kind of the same thing? It
Okay,
shows
so that 2029 is a little different. So
yeah,
that's between
Suns and Dallas.
Suns,
I got
Suns,
Real GM
Dallas,
has
and
it
Houston.
broken down a little bit here.
Suns,
put the
Dallas,
link in
and
the chat.
Houston.
so
Suns,
essentially, so either way you cut it, though, it looks like we're get that 2025 swap where it doesn't, like, we're getting a pick no matter what level it is. So you're still keeping a pick. Yeah, it's not the most favorable. And then if I'm reading that 2029 one, it's kind of the same thing. We're still going to have a pick. It's just not going to be the favorable one if things don't go our way. So it's like, essentially, we're just giving up one pick and then we're kind of shuffling around where shit lands.
Yeah.
I am okay with that. But go on, Pete. What were you going to say?
I say in the private chat, I put a link in, and I think Real GM has it broken down a little easier.
Okay.
Something else, 2029. So that is a 3-way swap where Houston gets the best two and we get one. So we technically trade 2 picks away in that trade. And
We just get the worst pick. Houston gets the best pick, and then OKC lands in the middle.
For 2025, yeah.
Okay.
In 2029,
So yeah.
Houston
That's why it's a
gets-
potential. That's why Woj said it's a potential 4.
So-
it's really
so-
3, but it's a potential 4. If
So we
some
have
those
2
break down.
swaps. We have two first round swaps. 2025, 2029. Correct? Is that what that is?
yeah.
to put it simple, yes, but it's complicated.
Real
So,
GM
okay.
says-
So that isn't so 2025 and 2029 is just 2 3-way swaps where we just get the worst one in both of them.
Yeah,
It's-
actually, yes, basically, yes.
That's the simplest way. We just get the 2 weakest picks out of OKC and Houston from 2025 and 2029. But I think what was Dallas 2029 or was Houston 2029?
Dallas.
So
Houston,
Dallas,
Phoenix.
but still, we just get the worst pick from 2025 and 2029. But
Yes.
still, that's still a first round pick. We'll
Yeah.
take it.
I don't know if Real GM has it right, but it says the Rockets are also acquiring the Suns' 25 first round pick.
That's the swap.
That
It-
should be a swap.
Yeah, it should be a swap. Yeah.
That's the thing. This trade is so confusing. Nobody knows
I
what
don't
it
think
is
they even got it right.
Yeah, right now, yeah, everybody that's reported on it has put out something like that is just fucks it up for you. But I
Even
guess
that-
the vibe I'm getting though is that it's not as bad as I initially was, like my initial kind of feelings and thoughts on it. Like
Houston Rockets fans are going to be like, I think they're more upset because they don't get they don't get anything out. They don't get Mikal Bridges, but they do get like some.
Yeah, if
Suns
I
pick.
were-
they get Suns capital. They get Suns capital.
I guess I need to hear. That's a good point. Like
Yeah.
from a Houston standpoint, we didn't even ask that.
Yeah.
Like
I know
our-
Houston fans were begging to keep that 25 pick. That's why I like.
yeah,
really
like
wanted to keep that
yeah.
25
What did
pick.
we
Found out
see
the
the last
25
couple
pick was
days
not
from
theirs
Houston
anymore.
fans? What were Houston fans saying the last couple days? Oh, you ain't getting any of those picks back. Good luck.
Yeah,
You're
they
not
were
getting
like, "You're
this
not
guy.
getting
You're not
picks
getting
back."
that. And then
Yeah.
lo and behold, we just make some swapperoo, give you one extra one. Like so, for me, this is like like Jay said, this is a price you paid also to get back control of your like as painful as it was to get to this point.
Yeah.
This is what Marks had to do. We were all telling him to trade Mikal there, but in the meantime, he managed to get a boatload from the Knicks, and then he still managed to get 2 of our picks back. Yeah, did it cost us some? I guess that's the other part of this equation that nobody's really said is everybody was wanting to use those picks to get a star, but essentially they're making their gamble and saying we're gonna just get rid of we're not really gonna put too much into these Phoenix picks, and we're gonna try to maximize the usage of them for what best tells us right now.
Yeah.
Let's hope that's what it looks like to me.
Shout out to BTB. He said they still got our 2027 pick, and Phoenix 2029 is juicy too. That's true. They do still have that. Shout out to Splash. He said the Rockets are doing this to get KD. Ooh, that's a good point. They're trying to get some of this capital.
That's the other.
You know what? The good thing,
it doesn't have to be KD though. It could be another star in the league, but it doesn't have to be KD. But I know
the good
KD's
thing
on that
is
radar.
with some of these, with these picks being swaps, is the fact that how unpredictable 2029 can be. And the fact that 2025 can also realistically be like up in the air as well.
Yeah.
You never know.
Dude, like
you
20,
never know. At least they're swaps. At least we get a first, and we're only really giving 1 pick outright.
Yeah. Like I said, we had 2020. Those are the two most important. All these rebuild videos that we've been doing, the 2 most important years was 25 and 26 for me.
And we got it. And we got it.
Okay,
I'm sorry, but I'm not losing sleep over 2029.
You just said what I was literally
literally some middle schooler right now getting ready for the
Like I don't even know if I'll be alive in 2029. Like who the fuck
Yo,
knows?
don't say that.
I'm
Relax.
Who cares?
Listen,
I mean, I guess we did say that years ago with Harden. Like, be like, oh yeah, this is.
Can I give you young bucks something to look forward to that I finally have tried to avoid my whole life?
Yes, sir, Unc.
On July 17th, I have to get a colonoscopy. Now, gentlemen, they've lowered the age. And if you don't know about it, you have, like, men are the most acceptable. You have to get your prostate checked. Jay, you're getting close. You are getting really close. So unfortunately, I have to drink like these massive bottles of Have you ever had to drink magnesium? Like whatever that shit they give you? Oh,
is that the shit they gave Wolverine?
Yeah, what, dude?
I'm
literally, dude. Whatever the fuck it is, they gave me this shit, right? I gotta drink. It's horrid, right? I gotta guzzle this shit, and then I gotta go get knocked out, and some dude's gonna jam a camera up my butt. Pause.
Hey, yo,
that's what a colonoscopy is, bro. What did you think it was, AJ?
You for real?
This is about getting old, bro. This happens.
Good luck, bro.
They don't do a finger swab anymore.
Nope, it's a camera, bro.
Are you for real?
Jay, Hey, Jay, you're next, brother. So I'll remember this day.
Not a camera. Come on.
Oh, how do you think you're gonna get How do you think you're gonna get a full-on colonoscopy? They have to look, Jay. They can't just use the finger. That shit don't work no more.
Somebody said no Diddy in the chat.
What is it called when you use the finger?
Listen, y'all. Either way you cut it, the reality is your men are heading towards that age, and none of you will get by in life without this happening. So laugh it up now, make fun of me. But this is what y'all get to look forward to. And I'm going to laugh. Every one of y'all are like, yeah, I remember when you told me about this, Saint. Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Camera, somebody said not a camera.
Undertaker.
Somebody said, do you think the Nets will package some of these picks and some players this year to get a star or solid players this year or ride it out? No, I think the messaging from Woj, which I think it's a rebuild time. Like the messaging from Woj, I think it's a rebuild. It's rebuild time.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Hold on. What's up?
Your doctor's gonna catch you in 4K for real, man.
Oh, hell yeah. Listen, dude, I told him, I want to be knocked out. I don't want to have a memory of any of this. Just fucking give me my diaper and let me leave.
You gotta be awake.
No, I'm not. No, you can get knocked out. I'm getting knocked out. I am not being awake for any of this.
Awake is crazy.
That'd be crazy.
There's people who want to be awake.
Wait, because y'all not thinking about it, man. You wake up in San Francisco, yo. I'm
No.
not
If I
gonna be
wake up in a
knocked out
different
when this
location,
happens.
then yeah.
Nah, man. I don't need to be asleep when it happens. I need to
Nah,
be
Jay.
fully functional. Nah, man.
Nope.
You don't. Okay.
I don't want
Okay.
Jay. So Jay, all right, hey, you can have that experience all you
They
want,
gonna
Jay, but I
and
don't want to
yo,
remember any
Saint,
of it.
Saint, and you close to Hollywood. They gonna film a whole TV show on your booty, man.
No, hey, listen. As long as they don't show my face, if I wind up being like a test study case, and they're like, "This is what you need to look for," but they never show my face, I don't care, right? I don't care if I wind up on OnlyFans. Just don't show my face.
How do we get here?
Because
We're
it's
talking
fucking
about
like,
the Nets.
first of all, it's 11 o'clock almost in my time.
That's
so
after
it's gotta
dark
be
really
like
bad right now.
it's 2 a.m. at least where you guys are.
We're down
What
bad.
time is it?
Yo, if you're in the chat, please hit the like button. We are down bad right now. Nets after dark.
Yo, who
Yeah,
got
no,
work tomorrow?
wait. Put no, go in the chat and put up what Warren Entertainment said. Put that shit up there, please.
What do you put up? Oh,
yeah, he's writing.
Y'all younger brothers should listen to Saint on this one though. Don't be afraid. Health as well.
He's
Count
right.
the word,
Thank you.
No.
Thank you. I'm trying to save your ass. Just literally, I'm saving your asses.
Save my ass.
Saving your
Save your ass.
Saving my ass, bro.
So you trying to save my ass?
Saving your ass.
Jesus.
Shit.
I miss talking to you.
Yo, that's crazy.
This is what I miss.
We're back, and we got another stream
We're
tomorrow,
back.
boys. We're back.
Dude, we haven't had a legit Nets Kingdom After Dark in a long fucking time, dude. We were so depressed last season, we didn't even fucking want to talk to each other in here.
Yeah. I'm happy for the rebuild vibes, man. I mean, it's gonna suck that we're gonna be losing a lot, but hey, Cooper Flag, man.
Holy
Flag.
holy content, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Cooper,
Dude,
Cooper
if
Flag,
we
Ace
get
Bailey.
any, if
Start
we get a
following
Cooper
all the
Flag
draft.
or-
We're a draft team now. We're a draft team.
Auto vibes.
if we happen to get, this is why I'm hoping I'm really gonna just stick with my conspiracy theory about breaking the curse. Like, come on, like the basketball gods, we've been kicked in the junk far too long. Can this work? Can this final rebuild, can this rebuild be the rebuild that? How many times, AJ, you guys, can you remember, as long as being a Nets fans, have we been in a position where we had a bunch of picks, we had the potential to have money to spend, like we had all the assets that you would want to start building the right way?
Yeah.
Come on, let this one find. Dude, Shawn Marks just gave the facts.
That's funny.
But
Yo,
it's true, dude. Come on, please let this please work in our favor, despite some people.
Yeah, it's time to rebuild, man. It's time to get. Let me end this. It's been 3 hours. It's time to be. It's time.
Hell yeah.
Like it's like it's a new era Nets. Like there's so much to talk about. Tomorrow we'll be on live on draft stream. We'll see if Sean's gonna cook again.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're doing
this is a new era Nets, but this is also a new era Nets kingdom, though.
Yeah,
I feel like we got there. I will say this: I feel like this trade kind of gave us our swagger back a little bit. Because quite honestly, last year, I don't even know that you couldn't. We always got to a point in the conversations.
Yeah.
That everything were these what ifs, and you could never fully sit down and have a really, I guess, in-depth conversation about the Nets.
Because you didn't know where everything was going.
Yeah, it was just everything was so up in the air. Everything is opposite of what they said would be. Players just fell off the face of the earth. Coach, everything was so really talking about the Nets last year. The fact that Jay and I did those spaces when I was all fucked up with my back and shit too.
Yeah.
And even that you guys even came on and sometimes I hopped in. It was the fact that we even did that is.
We was there, man. To the dark
might
times.
Be some sickness, maybe addicted to the.
We were there for the really bad times, through the ups and downs, and now that we have a new beginning, it's it's finally here. You know what I'm saying? We've been waiting for a direction for a long time, and now we have a direction. So it's
just don't fuck it up.
Yeah, just don't fuck it up at this point.
Don't
Hey,
fuck this up,
there's still more to go, but
Yeah.
I mean, this is just at least we have good signs right now. I mean,
Yeah.
to think that we literally can just wake up tomorrow and be excited again because there's more news that's gonna drop and we have the draft that's nice, man. We have not had something like that. We haven't had something like that in a long time. This is the closest to the anticipation I felt when something like this, like one of the moments I can remember feeling almost as anticipated as this, but obviously this is more anticipating, is when we were going to trade Spencer Dinwiddie in 2021 in the offseason. I thought we were actually going to trade him for like Kyle Kuzma. We traded Spencer Dinwiddie for nothing.
Yeah, for the TPEs.
we could have traded that man.
Oh, I got a list here.
Whatever. This is something different. This is exciting. This is a good, exciting moment.
Yeah. Let's end on this, AJ. Nets first round picks. 2025, we are our own. 2025 via the Knicks. 2025 via Milwaukee. 2025 swap via Phoenix with Houston. 2026 own. 2027 via the Knicks. We have the Philly 2027 as well. We have a swap with Houston in 2027. So we 3 picks there. We have our own 28. And then it jumps to 29 via the Knicks, Phoenix, and our own 2029. And then it said via Dallas, but I think that's all where that will start changing. Some of those will change in there. But we have our own 30 and 31, and we also have the Knicks 31. Like, so we like, I don't expect us to have all of those. And I'm sure some will be used in trades potentially, depending on how well this rebuild goes and what the potential down, couple seasons from now, like they go star hunting. At least we're comfortable. I think, the fact that we have that many and that close together,
yeah,
I feel a lot better now than I did 2 seasons ago.
It's
updated list of Nets first round picks from Eric Slater. I'm gonna say it right now. This is the updated list.
Did he just drop it?
He dropped the updated. You know what? AJ, I'll send it to you and you can show it on the screen. I don't feel like saying it out loud.
Yeah, we have so many picks.
If you want to show it on the screen, you
can. Everything's the same except for, hold on. I'm trying to see what's different. 2028. It says 2028 Phoenix swap.
We still have the right
this is where you have to where you as a Nets fanatic and content creator, this is where you got to suck it up and you drink a lot of coffee, smoke crack, do cocaine, whatever gets you awake in the morning. Like this is this
is gonna be crazy because it's not done and there's so much to break down here.
I wonder if we're gonna get hit in the morning right away or
share the screen.
But isn't but for instance, we trade into tomorrow's draft. Is that going to be announced during the draft or is that going to be announced
probably during the draft?
Or do you
probably either during the draft or an hour ahead?
Because you can't just make a trade tomorrow. Say they trade DFS and we get somebody's 27th pick. They can't just make that trade in the morning, right?
It could be recorded. It could be on Twitter in the morning, but it won't be done till either the new year or after the draft, depending on the contract.
So in other words, the news can get out and it's not a big deal and everybody knows it's happening, but
think about Thad Young and LeVert. Right? When LeVert got drafted, he was wearing a Pacers hat.
No, exactly, I get that. I get that. I'm just trying to understand: is there a league protocol that we have to wait to the draft to announce it if we're trading into it? You know what I mean? Opposed to making the trade, we wake up tomorrow and it's announced that the Nets have traded so and so for 27th pick.
It depends on the team because there are only some teams that can't trade their pick because they could trade the player they draft.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why I was at. Yeah, because I know there's something there, but anyways, no big.
Like we're not going to be the most like exciting. Probably going to be like probably one of the least exciting teams in the NBA, but like at least we still have our future in the draft. Like
I don't care, dude. AJ,
yeah.
I really have zero expectations, and I'm so happy and don't care what the team.
Yeah, like if you were sticking with us right now, you're real Nets fans. Like this is like
I'll say
the
this.
real Nets fans are here. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no like star.
The only thing I care about is that whoever you're going to draft and whoever you're going to sign in to fill in this roster, please, for the love of God, just take care of the positions that you need. And be smart. Like there's no need to just grab shit guys. Like we don't need to have and if you're going to have a veteran on there, can it not be somebody like Patty Mills? Like, can it? Yeah. I don't know. That's the other thing. We need a veteran. That is a good question, though. Who is going to be some of the elder statesmen on the team that are going to help?
I feel like we should just go completely young if we're going to be bad.
You know, but see, I'm also maybe I'm different in this respect. I don't know if other people agree, but I always feel like you need a veteran presence on that bench.
You do.
You really, especially these young guys. Like I
don't disagree.
I hope there is. I hope there's a stable.
I feel like that's also a reason why the Pistons haven't gotten it together. Like they did have Bogdanovich, but they also have been like stuck trying to get a young starting five together, and it just hasn't worked out.
Like, for instance, perfect example. I'm not saying you get Drew Holiday. I'm just saying somebody with his mentality. Somebody that because like when I that's true. Watch, dude.
Ben Simmons is gonna be our vet, guys.
If he's our vet tomorrow, if he's our vet, I mean for the
Ben
season.
Simmons is gonna be the vet, man. And hopefully the NBA blesses us because the NBA did bless Detroit with Cade Cunningham. Wasn't that a number one pick? So the NBA should thank us for choosing rebuild and give us a number one pick. Don't be trying to shiest us out of a number one pick. Like we deserve at least number one.
And it better not be a Kmart draft.
Yeah.
All I'm asking is if you're really doing this, just put us in a position to potentially get it. Because even when the if your guys' conspiracy is 100% true, even when they don't meddle, that ball can bounce so many fucking different ways.
You know how nerve-wracking that lottery is going to be? Oh my god!
Oh hell yeah! Like, because we've watched, how many teams have we watched that they thought they were getting the number one pick?
Yeah,
and
it just goes crazy. It gives the number.
Like we've watched the Knicks go through that. Remember what was it when the Zion year? Didn't they think they were getting the number one pick?
Shoot, we didn't think the Hawks were going to get it. Fucking the number one pick this year. I was shocked the Hawks got number one pick.
And if you want to talk about a team that's been a fucking shit show, why are they getting rewarded? I'm not 100% sold on your guys' conspiracy theory, but what have they done to get rewarded a first round pick?
Y'all want to know another crazy thing? Eric Slater just dropped another updated list of our first round picks.
Oh my god! How many? Yo,
okay, so we don't even fucking know yet. All right.
Okay, let's go.
Whether we got fleeced or not is back on. Let's find out.
Yeah, there's too many picks to know if we got fleeced or not. I don't know. But I also say we should have got.
Okay, he added a first on.
This might be the most confusing trade in NBA history.
He added. So we have another first round pick over these next 7 years. It was 14 originally. Now it's 15.
Oh, so we have 15.
Yeah, I was reading the one list that I read to you before, the order.
The Philly pick. I don't think he included all the Philly picks in there.
Yeah, I read that. That's what I read out earlier, and it had 15 picks. The only thing was, I think maybe the parentheses of some of them, like exactly where they're going, but it showed we had 15 picks.
Yeah.
So we are we are back in a position where we have a shit ton of picks. We're going to have a shit ton of cap space, and we have control of at least the next 2 seasons of potentially drafting something really good. So again, I don't care how we got here. I know it sucks.
Pinch myself. I'm dreaming. I don't care.
I'm wiping this slate clean right now because at least we're back in this position. Now are we going to do typical net shit and somehow fuck this all up? Or are they going to finally fucking learn their lesson? And that's what we're going to find out real soon.
It's going to be interesting. We'll see, man. Shit, man. All right, y'all.
What a comeback.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me on, y'all.
Yes, sir.
All right, Pete,
always,
man.
yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow, y'all.
Cypher.
Anytime, Pete. Anytime.
Rebuild Nets, y'all. Rebuild Nets. Hit that like button for us. We'll be back, man. There's just so much to go through. Like, I might not even sleep tonight, yo.
Oh no, I'm going to bed tonight. But I'm
going
to bed.
We know you're going to sleep, Zane. We know you're going to sleep.
Hey, I'm old anyways, but
that's what I'm saying. We know.
I'll go to.
We got it. It's good.
There's no rush. But I'm gonna go to bed with a smile on my face, though. To be honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a this is not a drill. This is not a drill.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Yo, DF, pick up that phone. That phone ringing, brother.
Oh yeah, tomorrow.
I'll answer for him if he needs a break or something.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, there is 150 people still watching. We got 26 likes. Please, if you like this, please hit it. Helps a lot. We're going to be doing this more. We're here tomorrow with the draft. I don't know if we're going to do day 2, but we're definitely doing day 1.
Maybe day 2. We'll see.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on what he does, but
maybe we get in the second round. Who knows?
But we'll see.
Someone sound sleep like a baby. I'm crying. All right, y'all.
Later.
All right.
Woo.